Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the In Between the Stitches podcast, but it's a special edition show. Got the co-host, Chase Olschwanger.
How's it going? Good evening this time.
I'm going to do a full introduction. We got former Division II safety Donnell Wilson in the house.
Thank you.
Was a part of night two. We got future lawyer, current Baylor law student Seth Harrison on the way. That's what this microphone is doing right here. It sounds like the NFL draft is about to be opened. We believe that we know who the first overall pick is going to be.
Absolutely.
We are fairly certain that it is going to be one Mr. Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Heisman.
The quarterback from Indiana. But after that is where the real intrigue, I think, begins for the NFL draft this year. If you would like access to my draft folder with over 150 player evaluations, I did finish last night, that I finished, may or may not have gotten done at 8 a.m. last night, allegedly. So 7 a.m., sorry. And then it's got a 500 player big board, so you will have all my analysis, but also all the players. Hopefully, I've never had a draft where, since I've been doing the 500 player big board, never had a draft where people went and, I didn't, they weren't on the board. So, because 500 players is pretty hard to mess up, but we are live. It looks like the draft is about to get opened. The Steelers, they have a couple players that are out there. I'm turning the closed captions on so that way I can kind of hear. Because we are not going to be able to play any audio for obvious reasons. The NFL will copyright strike us. That is not going to be good. So, fellas, we made it.
We made it.
As we said last night, our coach used to tell us the hay was in the barn.
Hay's in the
but
barn.
Guess what? Now it's payday.
Yeah.
I've been depositing into the bank account for the draft since January. He's been coming over for film since what? Mid-February? Mid-late February?
Yeah.
I miss not being here anymore because I can't do film with you.
Yeah, and you're going to feel really left out tomorrow when Ty Simpson goes, or if he goes late today, because me, Seth, and Donnell all watched him. So you're just going to be sitting there eating your Buffalo Wild Wings going, I don't know what's going on.
I have dinner later.
So I think let's talk about, obviously, looks like they're bringing out some Hall of Famers. Looks like that's Hines Ward. I definitely know, I know I saw Lynn Swan. Of course, the draft is in Pittsburgh this year. So, guys, we got the 3 Cowboy fans here. Obviously, the Patriots fan will be getting here soon, but
I'm excited.
What's the dream? I've been asked this 100 times. Who are the Cowboys going to draft? This is a year where I'm like, man, you could probably put 25 names on a piece of paper and still get it wrong.
Yeah.
It's there are legitimately a lot of names that are very, very possible. By the way, it'd be really funny if they brought out Aaron Rodgers right now and he announced that he was re-signing with the team, because there's been Roethlisberger, and there's Terry Bradshaw.
Nice.
Good for them. So I think we are all in agreement that the dream scenario is one Mr. Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State, who's my current best player on the board. I think that I think the more realistic dream scenario would be the corner from LSU, Mansour Delane, falling to Dallas there at 12. At 20, I'm not really worried about pick 20 right now, and the big reason I'm not really worried about pick 20 is I'd like to get pick 12 out of the way, and I'd like to just let's see who we get there.
Breathe. We're holding our breath right now.
Let's worry about everything else. They say I told you guys we were kind of cutting it close on start time. I wanted to get started a little bit earlier, and I'm like, we're good. You know why? Because they're not going to start it doesn't start at 7. It's going to start at 7.
7:30.
Yeah, 7:10, 7:15. It's not the NHL, but 7:10, 7:05. It looks like the 2026 NFL draft is officially open. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. Of course, the new format this year.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. So it's going to be fast and furious, and we're going to be getting our cardio in today, boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
the only lock pick of the draft.
Yeah, this one feels.
You never know with the NFL draft, man. They might do something crazy, but I think.
Look at them. They're just hanging out.
Yeah, and look, we kind of know that the NFL tells teams, hey, don't pick within 10 seconds because then we want to talk about it. We're obviously not going to talk about Mendoza until he's picked. I'll give you my analysis, but I can go ahead and get again, check the link in the description. You'll find my draft folder. I'm going to go ahead and get his write-up here because, I think we're all pretty confident. Also on my big board, you'll notice to the right of the names is where I'll put where they get drafted. That's just kind of my way of checking them off and also kind of keeping track of where everyone goes. Currently, Mendoza is the 12th ranked player on my board. I have set. I can't stand the Matt Ryan comps. I don't think he's Matt Ryan. I just don't think he's Matt. I think he's Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, we talked about Phillip Rivers.
He's just a better runner.
Yeah, he might be. But people forget
Ryan wasn't a runner
People
either,
forget
but-
Rivers could run early in his career. We're used to late career or this year Phillip Rivers, right? He couldn't run. But currently, Fernando Mendoza is the 12th ranked player on my board. This is the lowest amount of first-round grades I've ever had, and that's just kind of showing you that that's not where the bulk of this draft is. So he's ranked 12. That's only a few spots where, getting the second-round guys. My top second-round guys like D'Angelo Pons, Chris Johnson, Spencer Fano, Venga Ioane, Cassius Howell, Kenyon Sadiq. So, guys that are going to go in the first round, but because, as I've said, you're not going to have 32 first-round grades.
No.
That's just the nature of the beast here. But, looking at the board, at least my board, I really don't think there's a lot of difference between picks like numbers 18 and like 40. I mean, there's all those guys are pretty close.
Yeah.
Yes.
As our resident Patriots fan walks in. What do you mean?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
So you're not going to have a headphone. You're not going to have headphones. Oh, yeah, you will. You'll have Donnell's headphones. And there's your microphone. So he gets the handheld. We were able to get a 4-person setup, and I was very excited. So
I have it pulled up.
how you
here,
doing,
so hopefully
Seth?
it look good.
How was the drive from Waco? Long.
Oh, I don't know how far I have to be for this right here.
There we
It's
go.
good. It's gonna be heard.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. How was the exam? How was that? Because I know you're in finals week.
Well, I think it went well.
Think it will?
Yeah, I now know all about what you can and cannot do with cops. Don't call me though. I'm not a lawyer.
Don't call. No, I did announce you, so I'll go ahead and give full introductions now. I got my co-host Chase Olspringer. I'm Brady Wilson. This is former Division II safety Donnell Wilson, and that's current law student at Baylor, future lawyer, future Esquire Seth Harrison.
Absolutely.
He's gonna make me use the full title too, which is funny. So Seth, obviously the new format, like we said, there's 8 minutes on the clock, so it's gonna be going fast and furious once we get past pick 1, because we know it's Mendoza.
Are we just audio today, or?
Yeah,
are we-
yeah. No, we're video. There's the camera right there.
I'm just kidding. That was just a joke. I was just making sure. You were
Just
paying
making sure I'm
attention.
paying attention.
Everybody looks good too. We're all in the frame.
Oh, you've got the thing. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
I'm just making sure it looks good.
Can they? I'm gonna ask this. Can they hear Seth? I just want to make sure because I know it's kind of a weird setup.
Yeah, that's a very important question.
Yeah, like I want to make sure that Seth is able to be heard.
There are 7 people in here currently, so
That would be very unfortunate.
hopefully one person can say.
Look, so Seth, you're our. So we have. I'll be the O-line guy. Chase, what position do you want to be known for? What position?
The way you played receiver, it best be receiver. I'm
Okay.
not-
I can go receiver, sure.
Okay, I'll be the O-line guy. We got the DB guy,
Absolutely.
but Seth's the quarterback guy. So Seth, your thoughts on Fernando Mendoza projected #1 overall pick?
I think the most interesting part about Mendoza isn't actually Mendoza, but specifically where he's going to and the guy who's behind him. Or I
Yeah.
guess going to be in front of him maybe
Kirk
for a little
Cousins.
while. God, those two together is great.
It's one of your favorite backups. Is Kirk Thuggins.
Yeah, Kirk Thuggins. When he was in
Yeah, so-
Atlanta, bro, I had so much hope.
Seth can be heard. Yeah.
Seth can be heard. Perfect.
So
I know my dad will tell us if any audio problems happen, if it does the dumb thumb thing again where it was pausing, because I don't have it up here because I need to have this up here.
Are we taking Collins?
I'm gonna say not right now.
Okay. Well,
because
I figured.
we got there's one reason I did have 4 guys here as the pick is in. It's gonna be Ty Simpson, I think, but.
I hope not.
That would be so funny. Obviously, Tom Brady is part of the brain trust with Las Vegas. I mean, I think that, Brady has to like some of the traits that like this trait. I mean, this was the moment I think he was guaranteed the #1 overall pick against Miami in the national championship.
It's so
that
funny.
run.
It's not even athletic. I mean, but
It's
what it
toughness.
is, but I was gonna say what it is it shows that like, in the moment where you need to win, he's gonna do anything.
Scoot in we're gonna all get real comfortable because we're gonna have to scoot in a little bit.
I've been
Because like I can see like you're like we can see half of like 75% of Seth.
I'm back.
It is gonna be a little cramped. That's fine though. It's fine. It's perfect. This is the perfect panel I think for the draft because we weren't able to put it together last year because people could make it. And we thought Chase wasn't gonna make it, but thankfully
Yeah,
Chase decided to.
I was supposed to be on a quote unquote business trip in Mississippi this week.
And of
but
course, when the pick goes live, I'm gonna mute all of us.
Oh yeah, I should
And
mute ESPN.
yeah, we're gonna mute all. Yeah, mute your notifications. Mute all of them. I don't. No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, because remember the one year we had it in the other studio and the TV in the other room was on and we could peek and see like this is not fun. Yeah. So when Goodell is about to say who it is, I'm going to mute all of us so that way you guys can't hear the laptop. That I don't know if the laptop is. It's not visible. It's like right below the camera. As here comes Goodell. And then after this, it gets fun.
It's a crapshoot after
this. We have no clue who it's going to be. I'm trying to time it up because I noticed on last year's show there was like 15 seconds of dead time. I don't want it to be 15. I want it to be like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for him to. All right. All right, so it is Fernando Mendoza. I mean, that's just absolutely
biggest shocker of the draft.
Yeah, biggest shocker of the draft right there. Look, Mendoza, and the one thing I want to say about him is I know that people have kind of crapped on he's not that athletic, he doesn't have the big arm. If you're worried about, or the biggest one I saw was he came from but this is a knock on all college quarterbacks. They don't come from pro-style schemes in the college game. If you're not confident that Fernando Mendoza can drop back past like the NFL, go watch the 2-minute drive against Penn State. In that drive, he got sacked on the first play. So they got down to they're on their own 15. It's under 2 minutes. I think they had timeouts. I cannot remember if they did. And he was just absolutely dotting up the seams because Penn State was running a bunch of cover 3. So he was hitting Omar Cooper up the seams a couple times. He hit Surratt on a whole shot. Thank you for teaching me that, by the way. He dropped it because there's no RPOs in a 2-minute drill because you're not, what are you threatening to run? You're not running. So it was just drop back, read, and throw. And that was and he showed, I think, really good processing skills. I think he showed the ability. Look, he's more of the high floor, lower ceiling guy. But I'm saying this right now, Tom Brady wasn't a special athlete.
When you have a quarterback, I'm sorry, but if you have a quarterback and get to the NFL, there are very few players who do not have that. I mean, there's guys in D2 who probably have that. I mean, I'm not going to say all of them, but there's definitely guys. What it comes down to is what is this person's mentality like? Especially a quarterback. Mentality is 90% of the game.
It's probably almost 100% in some cases. Quarterbacks aren't looked to be the most physically capable or the most dominant capable, but it's ability to control situations when things get tough, when things get rough. You look for your guy and I think Mendoza, it has the one thing that you can't teach, and that's heart, and that's effort, and he loves the game, even right now he's smiling, he loves the game of football, he loves being here, he loves doing this football thing. So that's one thing you can't take away from him is his love and his fun for the game.
Well, and that's the comp for me is Phillip Rivers. I think that he's built very similar. He's got kind of that he's one of that just got kind of square build. He's 6'4", 236. I'm looking at all the stuff I got out here now. Throws with timing. He's accurate to every part of the field. He's got enough velocity. It's not he's not going to be you're not mistaking him for Josh Allen, but he's not noodle arming it out there. He does hunt for big plays. The one thing I actually thought should have been brought up a lot more was the fact that he only really had 1 year where it was oh my God, this guy's the guy. That would scare me more than anything else.
Doesn't pass Parcells' list.
Yeah, it doesn't pass Parcells list, the 1-year starter. But no, he wasn't a 1-year starter. He was a 1 year he was a starter at Cal, but nobody really considered him a prospect.
I think that's overshot. I think the idea of a 1-year wonder in college is that's how
it's worth mentioning.
I also think he's going to a great situation. I mean, there's a lot of number 1 picks who go into just terrible situations, and he's going into a team that addressed a lot of needs in the offseason with free agency. They have superstar, cornerstones in Genty and Brock Bowers already there as offensive weapons for him. I mean, this could be a lot worse. I mean, I feel
like we'll allow him to make mistakes too. This is very Cam Ward type situation where we don't kill Cam Ward for the season he had last year because we know the team that he has, he knows the weapons that he has. So even if he struggles in the beginning parts of this year or even the whole year, we won't kill him for it. I think it's a good situation for him.
Yeah.
So I think that obviously now the intrigue is at 2 with the Jets.
Yeah.
And what are they going to do? There's been talk. Is it David Bailey?
It's one of two guys.
Or is it Arvell Reese, the do-everything linebacker from Ohio State? I mean, that's where... This is what I've been looking forward to all day with the draft is we don't know.
We don't know.
It's Christmas morning and we get to unwrap the presents.
I was on Arvell Reese, as you know, obviously, through our mocks for 3 months as the number 2 pick. No debate. Obviously, the most talented, maybe the most talented, gifted player in this draft when it comes to just overall athleticism and just freak of a player. But then, as the more reports came out as we get closer to the draft, the Jets are looking for someone that's ready right now. Obviously, Reese has a lot of polishing that he needs when it comes to what do you want him? Do you want him all over the field? Do you want him as a pure pass rusher? Because if you want him to be your pass rusher, David Bailey is the best pass rusher.
Yes.
Reese obviously can cover running backs out of the backfield. Oh, it could be Ruben Bain.
I'm about to say pure pass
Well,
rusher.
it's probably Ruben Bain.
It's either Bain or it's probably Cash, or it's either
Howell.
Bain, Mesidor, or Howell. It's one of those three guys.
I just meant like just the most
I feel
NFL ready
like the raw,
pass
like,
rusher.
when it comes to just this instincts.
What Bailey does super well is, and if you want to go watch a game where he does this, is the Oregon game, the playoff game. He's all over the field. He's disrupting it. He's getting hands on the ball. He's going for the quarterback. He's getting pressures. He's stopping the running back in the backfield. He's doing so many things. I did take Arvell Reese in my mock. I think that typically we have to go back to
We need a prediction.
yeah. What did they? I'm gonna go Reese.
I'm going Dave Bailey. That's what I went with my
I'm
mock.
Reese.
Reese.
I'm also gonna go Reese.
Okay.
Again,
So only one of us is right.
Again,
Only,
I just think it comes
all
down
three
to what was the noise at the beginning.
one group. I knew it.
All right, so,
I knew it.
So they go David Bailey. So the noise of they didn't want to meet with him. They
I
didn't want to
knew
do
it.
this. Congratulations.
They did the old we don't
want him. We don't want him.
looking at it.
Yeah, very interesting because they didn't want to meet with him. But Bailey was actually the first player in the entire class that I watched. So he was one of the ones that was getting really heavily mocked to the Cowboys. Obviously not going to happen now, but you know, about 10 picks off for that one. But he's got a quick first step. He's got speed to the outside shoulder. He's got active hands. He doesn't let blockers into his chest very easily. He's kind of a weird build, especially, and maybe this is because he doesn't wear any accessories. So he looks like a creative player out there. So he
doesn't have the aura.
He looks really
But I
janky
think
on the
that is
field.
the aura. To have nothing is the
No,
aura.
I know, but his game is the aura. I mean,
it's so raw, man. He's so talented.
yeah.
He has some room to grow versus the run, obviously, but he's what the modern day kind of defensive end is. 6'3", 251, ran 4.58. Reminds me a lot of Nick Herbig out of the Steelers. Very exceptional pass. And I know people are going to think that that's really not worth number 2 pick, but Nick Herbig is one of the most underrated players in the league. David Bailey has a lot. I think he's more of the higher floor. Again, I think more higher floor. He's a really solid double or maybe a triple. He's not maybe a home run. Same with Mendoza. He's not a home run pick. He's a double or a triple.
Well, he's safe.
Yeah,
He's
it's
safe.
safe.
And let me tell you
It's
right
an
now,
extra base
I've
hit.
watched the Jets a lot over the years. As a Pats fan, look, like the
A lot of
Raiders,
butt whoopings.
like the Raiders, though, you just need something. You need
Yes.
to be able to build something. The Jets have been so dysfunctional for so long
Right.
that if you can get like a Leonard, I know this is funny because he was also a Jet, but like a Leonard Williams guy who can just be.
I mean, you're going to see on the tape here the explosive first step, go inside. He's got a deadly spin move. And he sets it up too because he'll go to the outside. He can bull rush. He can get, and you look at that, he's not letting him into his chest. I know the people can't see the film that we're watching, so I'm really
unless you're watching-
I'm hoping, and I told all the people in my classes, like, hey, don't just watch me. Watch the NFL Network broadcast, but mute that and listen to me.
Right.
That was what I said.
and this is also the Jets are in a very similar situation to the Dolphins, where
Good football
you
players.
just need the best talent.
Yeah.
And not, I mean, I had Bailey as the pick here because I just think that's what they were wanting. But like, you take the best player available, and you just keep finding ways to build around. Especially after this offseason when you traded Jermaine Johnson straight up for T'Vondre Sweat. You needed that edge rusher now.
Do they still have? They had a linebacker.
Will McDonald,
No, they had a linebacker on the inside for quite a few.
Quincy Williams.
No, it wasn't Quincy. It was
C.J. Mosley.
Well, they got
Yeah, no, they had C.J. Mosley. Is he still there?
I don't think so.
they got Demario Davis back in the.
they got Demario Davis.
this offseason.
Didn't he?
The Saints.
He was there
the Saints
like
linebacker.
early in his career.
Didn't he retire?
No, he's no. He's with the Jets
Who
now.
am I thinking? It was Levante David. That's who it was.
Yeah, that's
Davis.
the
But he was with Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. His whole career. Bailey was the 6th best player on my board, just for some context. That's not saying he's not worth the number 2 overall pick. That's just, I think that Delane, Bain, Love, Reese, and Downs are all better football players. It's just simple as that. The first 9 on my board are really good.
Yes.
It's that. And like all the first round players, are obviously, I think are really, really good. There's just not a lot of them. Like that. That's simply what it is. Is there's just not as many of them in this year's draft.
Yeah.
But I like what you were saying, Chase. They just need good football players.
Yeah, and they got one with David Bailey. That is for sure.
They might be the 2nd worst roster in football, behind the Miami Dolphins.
I love playing.
We're
this
going
division.
back in the early 20. We're going back to 2010's AFC East.
It's like a guaranteed at least 2nd place, at least.
Josh Allen goes down with injury. We're about to watch the most disgusting football we've ever seen.
bro, because the schedule, the
Is
schedule
Arizona gonna
merchants.
pick
will-
here?
Yeah, we're not going to escape.
You're
the
not
schedule
escaping
merchants.
that. Well, the thing about this, like their schedule merchants, was like people accused Brady and them of that.
Wow,
because
Arizona's picking here.
Your division was so bad.
Because I
No. They might be picking, but they're clapping over a decision. that decision could be a trade.
I
That decision
thought
could
they
be a
were going
pick.
to. In the mocks that I did, obviously we didn't do any trades. I had them just taking Arvell Reese, but
And look,
I
Arvell
don't think
Reese
they
feels
go for a
like
pick here. I think they go Jeremiah Love here.
Arvell Reese
I think they need
feels.
offense. Jeremiah Love would have been my home run shot.
I leaned Love a lot because Connor coming back from injury.
And it was a bad injury, too.
It was bad.
It wasn't like it was a sprained ankle. It was,
What's his name? Benson. Trey Benson was injured last season.
Yeah.
I think they did sign. They signed somebody though. They got another running back in the room. I forget who they got.
thankfully, the pick's not in because I remember last year where it would spoil it because PFF would add the player to the depth chart. And I'd be like, dude, I can't look. So thankfully, the pick's not in.
Didn't they get another running
Looking
back?
at their roster, it's not great. They
Look
got
at
to
Reese
figure out
filling in
look,
right around here.
Look, they've got to figure out quarterback. Is it Brissett? Are you going to go Ty Simpson at some point tonight?
I'm a little biased. I think if they take Simpson here, they should be embarrassed. I'm gonna
Hey,
be honest.
if as a Cowboy fan,
That's
here,
what I'm hoping for.
I mean, we want them to go Simpson here.
That's what
one
I'm-
extra offensive player off the board.
That's what I'm hoping for. I am absolutely.
They are
hoping.
picking. Wow.
To be fair though, I mean, I thought Jackson Dart was rough, and then he had a very good rookie year.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's like one of those things where it's
I also
like
think Daboll's a great coach. I mean,
It's
I think Dable
is a great coach.
system. It's all system based. I mean, you can't just throw these guys into terrible
But
situations and
Ty,
expect them to carry your
there's
franchise.
Yeah, but there's so many things that Ty does wrong that are his decisions. That because we all
I
watched
think
him.
he just doesn't have good technique. It's not that necessarily.
Yeah, you were really critical of his lower body and upper body not being in sync.
No, well, not just that, but you rightfully pointed out his fadeaways are.
He fades away like a
fades.
shortstop.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me
He's
was
afraid of pressure.
he doesn't throw bullet throw.
He's comfortable. He's comfortable on the run though. He likes being on.
He
the
doesn't
run.
throw one balls. He throws touch every time, and it gets his receivers hurt because they
is
get.
more talented than Fernando Mendoza is.
He's
die
got
on
more
that hill,
physical tools.
but he's
I
just.
think there are a couple quarterbacks that can maybe out talent Mendoza.
Nussmeier's got great.
Yeah,
Again,
I would say
Nussmeier's got great
Nussmeier's
tools.
great, like, there's
big arm, can run, can do all those same things. I think he's like a slightly better version of Ty Simpson in terms of tools. I just think he's a little better processor.
I think Mendoza just did more with what he was given at a,
All right,
on a bigger stage.
Predictions.
we don't have to do predictions every time, but I think we're all in agreement. Arvell Reese.
Arvell Reese. Well, no, he says love. Donis says love.
I think they go with Jeremiah
too.
Love here
I think
Look,
you can get a
I
weapon.
think again it's a bad roster. I don't think you can go wrong.
and have a 1-2 punch with Connor and Love. That
I'm gonna
wouldn't
eat
be
my- I'm gonna eat my
terrible.
dinner
I don't
soon.
think
Yeah.
they. I don't think they.
Well, I am.
Great call,
Oh wait,
Noel.
no, I had Jeremiah Love in my mock. I got it right. I did. So
didn't say
I
it,
had
though.
him going to
Doesn't
said
count.
Love.
Doesn't count.
Yes, that does
Nope,
count.
nope, didn't
yes,
say
it does.
Nope.
No, that counts.
His podcast.
So you're
but I
telling me
make the
that you're
rules.
telling me the Titans just get gifted Arvell Reese
They
at
just get
4?
gifted,
That's
yeah.
insane, dude.
And that's Robert. Robert Sala is
Oh, yeah,
gonna.
he's-
Robert
really
Saleh
love-
is just dancing around the war room right now. I am.
But see,
sure.
remember, I had Reese and Bailey flip. That's why I think I had Love going because I had Reese off the board. So okay, that makes sense. Hey, I am 2 for 3 so far in my mock. I'll take it. I'll gladly take it.
Me personally, I think it's a great
Yeah.
pick.
Look, Jeremiah Love
he's-
is the only good running back. Is the only like really starting caliber back like in this draft class.
Yeah.
In fact, my second, and just to kind of illustrate this, my second highest rated running back.
The third round rate.
No, is a late 2, and it's his teammate Jadarian Price. It was his backup.
Wow.
Like that's just how. But you're gonna see a guy. He reminds me a lot of Josh Jacobs because he'll run between the tackles. He runs really physical. He's explosive. He's a big dude. And the biggest thing is
Fast.
he's got a signature move, and it's a hurdle.
Yeah.
He can hurdle dudes as good as anybody I've seen at the running back position, probably better than Zeke could. And I think he does it. He does it more often. And you can line him out wide at receiver.
Especially
He is-
at the college level for sure.
he is
Zeke
true-
didn't really
yeah.
utilize his hurdle until he got to the
He
NFL
is
level.
truly an offensive weapon, and I have him as the third best player in the draft. He is just that good. And he was a guy that he's one of those guys that you watched in college, the last couple years and went, yeah, that's going to be a guy playing on Sundays. Just the way how good he was for Notre Dame, especially when, in 2024 they go to the national championship, right? That was a really big deal. So I'm gonna let you guys kind of take over now because I've given my spiel.
I'm
so-
eating, so I'm taking a break.
Okay.
We're here for 4 hours.
I'm going for it. For what I watched Jeremiah Love, he's a really tough runner. I think there's a lot of toughness lacking, especially in the NFL right now when it comes to running backs. I think he's like the type of running back that every NFL team would like love to have on their team that can just run between tackles, not scared for impact, not scared for contact, being able to, and then especially when he's able to get breakaways, being able to be on a stretch, getting a 100-meter dash, being able to just run for it. I don't think no one can catch him, So to have a guy like that can make home run balls at any moment in time, then also be able to get you 5 a pop, 4 a pop, because the league is not going to let you just get home run balls all the time. It isn't the college level. So to have a guy who's able to get those home runs while also being able to get on base, being able to hit those the singles, those doubles, every time. I think he's a really good piece for the Arizona Cardinals to be able to move forward from what they have, and
it takes pressure off Brissett. And you want to know his size? He's 6 foot 212, ran 4.36. I mean, that's a big man running really fast. So it's absolutely ridiculous. By the way, just to make all of us feel old, he was born May 31st, 2005. So we're all officially older than an NFL prospect. I don't know how old Bailey and Mendoza are, but I think Mendoza's a little older. Yeah, not good.
Bro, he's almost my sister's age.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Love, back to back. So I finally remembered that I'm like, I know I'm missing something in my analysis. Dane Brugler's the beast is the best because I can see all the stats and stuff. He was a unanimous All-American this year. He won the Doak Walker Award, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, averaged nearly 7 yards a carry in the last 2 seasons.
When was the last running back as a Heisman finalist? Who was
It was Genty.
Genty last year? Oh, yeah, last year, the number 2. I forget. Yeah. But
It's
after
right.
Genty.
After Genty,
Bijan?
yeah, that would
Bijan was a finalist? Yeah, Bijan was a finalist.
I'd probably say either him or Saquon.
Yeah, those are the two.
Probably those are the two that really spring to mind. I don't think Josh Jacobs. I know he's a first-round pick, but I don't think he was in that
he was a
conversation.
backup that year.
Jacobs?
Yeah,
because
Josh Jacobs.
wasn't it
Damian
Harris?
Harris.
Yeah, Patriots.
Yeah,
I know you're gonna know. Yeah, he's a Patriots guy. I think we're good on the Jeremiah Love talk, so I think it's time to move to the Tennessee Titans and what they're going to do.
I think this might be the most solidified pick outside of
the Titans
the first pick.
Are in a great position to have a really. I love Robert Saleh. I think he was stuck in the football hell that is the New York Jets. I think that, and even then, he was pretty good with them. Like didn't he take them to the playoffs?
You want me to go? I'm going to 2-minute right here.
Let's go.
That organization and Woody Johnson is a disgrace. And I shouldn't say that because the fans, look, I am a Patriots fan, and I hate the New York Jets, but they deserve better. Woody Johnson is a POS. The Titans are.
You can say it. It's okay.
And what he has done when he brings someone in and says, "Here, I'm gonna let you do things because I'm gonna win," and then immediately sticks his hand in the pot and mixes it and stirs it and creates problems.
Yeah.
And I'm great. I'm happy that Saleh's not there anymore because I always
He's
felt
a great coach.
that if he stayed there, we would lose more games than we would win.
Yeah.
And now I'm sorry, but Aaron Glenn does not instill fear in me. I don't care who they draft.
There is a part of me that this pick, I want it to be Caleb Downs because
Then the Giants, because I'm worried about it.
because we're not getting realistically we're not getting him at 12. It's not
I would
happening.
actually rather have Arvell Reese go to the Giants than Downs because it would just pain me. I do want to say, first of all, the baldest coaching staff in NFL history is good. But Saleh, and then obviously I think he brought in the best offensive coordinator on the market, which is Brian Daboll. I know people are going to say, well, Mike McDaniel. No, I think Brian Daboll is a great coach. I think he was stuck in the football hell that was the New York Giants.
I think also they have one other problem.
Go ahead, hurry.
Dude, he has anger problems for sure.
Yeah, but he's a Belichick disciple. All right, here we go.
I called I called it at the last second. I just said that at the last second.
That was insane.
We have our first moment of the draft. Carnell Tate goes 4th overall. I want to say this. I have him as the best receiver in the draft class. Number 1, and you know what? Actually, this is going to be great. This is going to be a great segue into what me and you talked about yesterday, Seth. When and me and you actually, I don't think I brought it up to you. I'm sorry. That was not intentional. But I did a little research assignment thing on how many teams go quarterback one year, then offensive player the next year. And I found that 15 out of 18 times where a team had a pick next year in the first round, because 3 times it didn't happen, 15 out of 18 times they took at least one offensive player. 4 times the team had multiple picks, and 2 of those 4 times they took an offensive player. So
Trend continues.
It's one of those, the trend, like I said, I told you, the trend continues. I thought that trend would continue with the Giants, and I still think it will. This is interesting because it's going to scare teams. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think this might scare the Giants at 5 and they go Tyson. I think Shane. I think Joe.
Oh, because you're saying receiver could be off the board at 10.
Because there are
receiver if you're the Giants?
there are 3 bona fide.
They
We
need
talked
one.
about this.
That's right.
They lost Wan'Dale Robinson. Neighbors is coming off an ACL. I want to talk about Carnell Tate here in a second, but
Okay, I want to mention something real quickly. If the Giants go Tyson at 5, Reese is still on the board, Downs is still on the board.
does Dallas look?
Does
at 6?
Dallas try to trade up?
Look, Arvell Reese
mean-
would be absolutely phenomenal. I mean, Reese or Downs would be me and you. I think we're gonna start doing victory laps in here.
boy.
By the way, I did try to his player comp for me. Reese is, I think you'll like this one, is Jamie Collins. I think I feel. But let's
do
do
it
it.
all linebacker.
I do want to talk about Carnell Tate for what are you doing?
My dad was just joking, saying, do you have a napkin?
I do want to go ahead and talk about Carnell Tate for a second. I have him as the best receiver in the class, number 10 on my board. Reminds me a lot of Keenan Allen. 6'2", 192, ran 4.53. That's where the Keenan Allen comp came for me. Was Keenan didn't run? Keenan ran 4.6s because Keenan he's not the fastest guy, but Tate is that kind of big physical X receiver. I have to go and find Carnell Tate now because I had Arvell Reese pulled up here. So hold on.
I feel like this Carnell Tate
Hang with
pick
me here for a
might
second,
be
folks.
A Cam Ward pick. It
Yeah.
might be Cam
I know,
Ward
absolutely.
was like, hey,
Absolutely.
I like this guy. You know, I might.
you have to
they
give
may
him someone to throw
talked this guy.
to.
They may,
I mean-
like, I need guys. Like
Absolutely.
I've had guys. I've had made crazy plays and guys have dropped the ball. I think this guy's
And-
a playmaker. We can go make some magic out there. I get this guy.
And the pipeline of Ohio State receivers continues into the NFL.
God, they're so good.
And it's another guy that I think is just phenomenal. He's more of the Pickens. I'm not gonna say he's that good, but he's not as twitchy as Pickens is, but he's more of that Pickens. His yards are not gonna be with the ball in his hands like a Tyson or Lemon. His yards are gonna be you run 30 yards down the field and I'm just gonna throw it to you. That's what he does. He wins the tough yards. And I talked about this with you guys with like the speedy receivers in like late day 2. You know, they don't really get those tough yards. He gets those tough yards. He's going to be a great friend of Cam Ward. I mean, he's a great receiver. It's just, this is great news for Dallas because I think...
Styles still on the board,
'cause
too.
Not just that, I think teams are going to... I think Shane may panic. I think the Giants right now, I know you've known this about me, I don't think John Harbaugh was that slam dunk of a hire because I think you're hiring somebody that didn't bring his own GM. I think there's a split in that building over what they really want to do because you kept the GM. You don't
Such a
do
bad
that.
decision.
You don't do that.
Such a
It's
bad
just
decision.
stupid. Carnell Tate,
love the Giants.
his stats for the last, he's been a 2-year starter, 700 yards in 24, 800 in 25, 9 touchdowns last year, was the second team All-American, first team All-Big Ten, and he missed 3 games. So, he is a phenomenal player. He can get choppy on the shorter routes, which the Chiefs traded up to 6. Chiefs are on the clock at 6.
Oh, they're going offense.
They're probably going. I'm telling you, teams are panicking. They're trying to leapfrog Washington for a receiver.
So this has to be Tyson then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb and say
It
that
has to be Tyson.
Well,
It's either
if-
Tyson or
why-
Caleb.
Why would you? Yeah, why would you go up for if you're the Chiefs and you want offense? Why would you trade up if you know the Giants are going to pick Tyson?
I don't know if they.
because
I don't think they.
because there's 3 bona fide first round receivers
Lemon.
and
Lemon.
Lemon's the other one.
You really think that?
I don't think they're trading up for. I don't think that Tyson.
I think they were worried that Washington's going to take him, and they're sitting there at 9. I think they're trying to leapfrog.
I guess that would make sense.
Washington.
If I'm Washington, though, they're so old everywhere.
Everywhere.
I would go for defense.
And see
Especially
that-
when you
I
got.
seen boards that had Caleb Downs that going to
Yeah, I was
Washington.
going to say Downs is a great safety.
No. Michael Sonny?
Reese is still there. That would make sense.
Quit saying the
You
bad
had
things.
Dan, you had
It's
Dan
what-
Quinn as
we
coach
would.
too, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I had Downs going 5 here to the Giants.
I don't want him to go to Washington.
I'm the only non-Cowboys fan here, so it doesn't affect me. I don't care what
I
happens.
don't want him to go to
I don't even think my team's picking.
we draft Caleb Downs.
You're pick 31.
Don't worry
We're
about
trading out.
Yeah, you probably are.
Oh, we're trading.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that I think that could be the Ty Simpson spot.
I'm gonna be
where,
honest.
where a team comes
I will
up
let you
and-
throw this burger in my face if we draft Caleb Downs.
You're gonna let me?
Yes.
Oh.
You can throw it as hard as
Dude,
you
if
want.
we draft
If we
Caleb
draft
Downs,
Caleb
we're all
Downs, I might just leave.
we're fly to Vegas, get on the plane. And I hate that we didn't talk about Carnell Tate enough, but again, just a great pick. I think
Unbelievable
that
receiver, yeah.
the Titans. I think they're trusting that hey, Saul's going. I can coach the defense. Go ahead and they traded for Jermaine Johnson. I think that he's thinking I don't need the defense as much. Plus, they have other high picks. I think they're in a great position to take over that. I mean, because look, Stroud is.
It'll come down to.
It's going to come down
Jags.
to the Jags, the Tech, and the. I mean, they're all, it's a weird division.
It is. That's true. It's like the
They can
South.
they can
Sometimes
ascend
you're just
though.
like, what's happening right now?
They
And
can
then-
ascend though. Well, this is going to be an interesting pick for the Giants. I know everyone here in the Dallas corner here
Holding our breath,
is
man.
praying that it's not Caleb Downs,
Like
even
I
though
said at the beginning,
that's who I mocked him to. It's one of those Downs makes sense player wise. Harbaugh loves his safeties.
Yeah.
What
With Kyle
worries
Hamilton.
what and then what really obviously he coached Ed Reed too. He didn't draft him, but he coached him. What really worries me though is that they're gonna go Downs because that's why I picked him. I wanted to go ahead and speak into existence because I don't want Murphy's Law to come into effect here, and the thing that I fear the most will come true.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just I'm actually trying to manifest it so that it won't come true. I'm trying to what's
what's the statistic on
what's the
them?
reverse Murphy's Law where you're like I'm gonna.
I mean,
wish
even with
something-
Reese on the board, do you think I don't think they expected Reese to
see,
be here.
Reese could be a value pick, and as much as I hate that, look, when it's the curse of your division foes always being terrible, is they're going to get top players in the draft because they're going to have top picks. Thankfully, the Giants and the Commanders have done nothing with their top picks, and so we're good. But I'm very intrigued by this pick because the fact that Kansas City knows who the Giants took. The pick was in. Kansas City made the move, so they know who they took because the league tells them. So that's why I'm thinking.
God,
Hey,
do you think they go defense? They haven't had a real
see
defender.
corner.
And they traded
Corner's what
McDuffie,
makes
yeah.
and they lost Jalen Watson in free agency,
So if this isn't, if
It's
this
either
isn't-
receiver or
This could be
corner.
Delane at 6.
Yeah.
which is who I had at 12 to the Cowboys. But that's look.
This is a big pick.
This is going to be
Yeah,
the
this
most
might be
one
the
of the most
biggest
intriguing
pick.
picks of the draft. Is I think
This entire
Goodell's.
this entire draft is going to be intriguing.
This is
isn't
fun
like
though.
years
This is fun though.
past. So.
I think he's introducing some people, so we can actually talk about it for a couple more seconds.
I
but-
think what happened is the Giants probably went either receiver or Downs, and then Casey
or
wanted,
Reese,
or-
one of the Ohio State guys, or Styles. It's one of the three Ohio State
One of
guys.
the three Ohio
And
State
then-
guys is
and then
going here if it's not Tyson.
KC saw that and we're like, well, we want the other guy, and we're not far.
So we
away.
just had 4 people.
Yeah.
4 people could be picked right here.
I think that this is probably. I think this is Tyson.
It's one. Yeah, it probably because Shane flew out to see him, made sure. Look, teammate of
We
our
better
buddy.
add a corner to stop him if it is. That's all I gotta say.
Here we go. All right, we're gonna come back because they're still kind of announced. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Look, that's a value
fell to
pick. And then look, I don't think anyone
They
had
had an edge.
I don't think, yeah. So, okay. So, Arvell Reese is one of the most unique projections
everything.
into the draft this year. He's an off ball linebacker
So you
that,
gotta have him play off ball there.
that Matt Patricia said, I wonder if I can rush the pass with this guy.
He's with Abdul.
And then get to what.
You don't just have Abdul. Well, I guess
And
you lost
Thibodeau.
Dexter Lawrence.
And Thibodeau.
They're
You
trading
have-
Thibodeau.
You have Carter, Brian Burns, and Thibodeau. You don't need an edge. That's the one position the Giants are absolutely loaded at.
And they just got more loaded. So I guess they're going to have just a rotation of those guys. I don't know.
There's 4 elite pass rushers there.
This
now.
is a very unique
Yeah,
pick.
Abdul play off ball too, though.
yeah, but
yeah,
he's,
he can.
He's not.
He
he's
can.
not.
No, he can play off
If
ball.
they both can, bro, the blitz stunts that they can do
Oh, yeah,
are
no, that'd be
literally
insane.
insane.
Look, Arvell is a fantastic player, and again, he's more of a he's more projection than
300 snaps
Did I
at
have him at
270
linebacker? I think I actually had him at linebacker, not edge. On my I have him listed as a linebacker simply because it's what he played. I always go with what the guy was listed as rather than what I'm projecting him to be. He's raw as a pass rusher. You're gonna have to figure out a way to play him. Who did they hire as their defense coordinator?
Ohio State.
No, Giants. Am I crazy? It's Harbaugh. Who do you bring in? Can you look it up for me?
Out there right now.
Obviously, where do you play him? But the man can rush the passer. He is 6'4", 240, ran 4.53. He is a freaky athlete. Don't. I knew the second I said it, I went, he's gonna laugh.
Denard Wilson.
Denard Wilson, that's the other Titans guy.
Yep.
Seth, get your mind out of the gutter. So this year, 6.5.
I can't with all the Vrabel stuff going on. I can't help it. We're gonna talk about that later. I think. Don't worry.
Look, 6.5 sacks this year, 10 TFLs. He had 2 pass defended. The guy, he you're going to have to figure out where you want to play him. but I said his role is similar to Jamie Collins, even though he's a little bit smaller. And the reason I got the Collins comp was, his defense coordinator was Matt Patricia. I think that he kind of used him in that kind of would you call it a big rover role almost? Like it's because Rover is usually like a nickel type of guy. Rover's Caleb Downs for that.
Yeah,
but he's like their big Rover. You can watch him here.
Being able to be outside the box and also play the flats.
He dominated this right here. That ghost move against Penn State. He worked them the entire game.
For the record, Seth, in my mock, I had y'all taking Keldrick Folk. Just so you know.
I had you
Keldrick
taking.
Folk's a good pick.
I had you taking our boy R. Mason Thomas.
R. Mason.
If there's not a tight end off the board by that point, there probably should be.
Sadiq's the only.
Sadiq's the only one.
The only tight end.
Bro, the tight end class is so bad.
Really?
It's worse than running back.
Sadiq is a
the
beast,
worst in the
but that's
draft.
it.
It's literally the worst.
That's
It's the worst position in the draft. It's worse than quarterback.
What was like the next one, the fourth round?
Well, okay. I don't know. Quarterback.
What's his name from Vanderbilt? Stowers, right?
I'm not a bit high on Stowers.
Stowers was the one I was
Stowers is
thinking.
like he's a big receiver.
There's a guy from Georgia, Delps.
I like Delp.
Yeah, Delp. Yeah.
Delp's the one I would.
Delp's going to be
we get
probably
one in the
a
second
late
round.
day 3, a late day 2, early day 3 kind of guy.
Oh, I didn't realize he was that bad.
I have a 4 on him.
Well, I don't mean bad. I don't look at. He can come out right
A
and
draft
Low,
pick is a draft
low.
pick. At the end
You
of the
have him
day.
that
He
low.
kicked the shiz out of me.
You didn't know he was that low.
No, I didn't know he was that low. Yeah.
No, yeah. Look, I think the Giants just felt like this was too much of a value to pass up. Kansas City here is going to be really interesting because they go receiver, they go defense. For the first time in what feels like at least a decade, Kansas City has multiple needs, like multiple spots where they need help at receiver. They don't need help at receiver. They need help with explosion on offense.
I think they should take. I think
They have.
I think they should take a quarterback.
Because they
That's
did just
what
pick
they
up Kenneth Walker, so the idea that their offense is gonna they
It's
don't
going
have
to get better, but it's still. I think you're still lacking explosion in the passing.
Take Ty Simpson and have him sit under Mahomes for 5 years.
I'll tell you what. If he's not elite by the time he starts, you got problems.
big problem.
Look, we're waiting to see what
Wait, so
Kansas
Browns
City.
get the
The
74th,
Chiefs flipped.
148.
All right,
Wow.
so the Browns
That's a
get
good
a
pick.
third
That's
and a
a
fourth and a fifth.
Third and the fifth.
That's not bad. 3 spots, and you get an extra pick. You get an extra pick tomorrow, and extra pick day 3. That's a pretty good bit of business.
If you're I hate to say this, but the Browns are not going to be good this year.
The Browns can get the same guy at 9. They're going to get at 6.
They're going
online.
I think
Freeling.
they're going. I think they're also going next year.
See?
That next year's class is so
yeah.
That's what everyone's
quarterback
saying.
and
Yeah,
receiver.
it looks like it's going to be loaded. I mean, you've got multiple edges. Obviously, Dylan Stewart from South Carolina. You've got Nick Harbor from South Carolina. You're going to have
Jeremiah
that
Smith
crunch right
is
in the
the
mic was
best-
crazy. That crunch like that right in the mic was crazy.
Jeremiah Smith is by far the best receiver in either of these classes.
I mean, look, Kansas City could go. Hold on. So, I think we have a log jam. I think right now Washington is just submitted their pick. Which we've kind of Kansas City. I see probably receiver. I see corner.
Here we go.
Could be McCoy. Could be
I know this is
Delane.
gonna sound crazy. I think they might actually go with safety and have their next time.
That's
You know
fine.
what? Fine.
That's
AFC.
AFC. That's
Fine.
fine. So the Chiefs
hurts.
do
That
go
kinda hurts.
the best corner in the draft
kinda hurts.
in counting injuries. That's the guy that I did have mocked to the Cowboys.
They were
at-
worried.
at
They
12.
were worried
NFL
about him
rating.
falling. I had him
One
picking him
most
at
NFL
9.
corner right
I
in the
mean,
draft.
He's a really really good football
Who
player.
was going to
really,
take
really
him?
good.
Was someone going to leapfrog? Washington wasn't going to take a corner, right? Not with how
we
much
look.
they
We
need.
had heard that the Chiefs were trying to move up all day. That was something that we had kind of heard about. I'm wondering if they're leapfrogging New Orleans. I actually wonder if Dallas was looking at trading up there, and the Browns go, hey, Kansas City, Dallas has made their offer. Can you top this? And they went, yeah, we can top it. And,
with
and
New Orleans, I mean, I hate to say it like this, but if you think Shuck's the guy, you're not going defense.
You're going offense.
You're going offense. With-
you're going, and then Olave's had injury problems, so you're going probably receiver.
You're probably-
and you trade Shaheed, like you're going, or Sadiq, because you could use his tight
Yeah,
end
you
too.
might also, with Reese off the board, I was going to say they might also need linebacker for the first time in like a decade because Mario Davis left, but you're probably going to go offense.
Cam George getting older, but look, Delane is. I was kind of hoping he'd fall, obviously, because the Cowboys corners coach Ryan Smith coached him and recruited him to Virginia Tech. If I can speak, it's gonna be a long night. If I'm already stumbling over my words at pick 6. Obviously,
That
hey,
shit's fire.
look,
Bro, I was okay.
we're
so
6
pretty-
picks in, and our guy has not.
Yeah,
he's still there.
Mansour, yeah. So
You DB guy go.
Absolutely. So my Mansour Delane, especially when we were evaluating these
watched
different
him.
corners, and we watched them. I said, like even last night, I said he's probably the swaggiest DB in the entire draft. And now some people might be like, well, that's his style. Well, no, because Playing corner, especially in the NFL, it's confidence, it's ability to make plays at a high level on the biggest stage, and especially with the NFL, it's based off of star power. It's based off of a guy might talk about you one week, and now you got to face him, and now you got to go against him, and he's the type of guy who he invites that attention, he invites the fighting, he invites all of it, and he's able to be on the opposite side guy. He doesn't have to be close to anybody to be able to do his job at a high level. So I think he's probably one of the better man corners. He's able to do anything. He's really good in transition. He's really good in zone and man. So I believe this is a really good pick for the Kansas City Chiefs.
That was something that you mentioned that I'd never thought about with corners was we're watching him and he goes, look where he's lining up. I'm like, okay, he's lining up on the boundary. He's like, no, they line him up on the other team's sideline every time, which means that he can handle the trash talk. And I did something I never would have thought about that in a million years.
Some guys can handle it. If you have a younger guy, sometimes you line him closer to your side because when they get the plays in, he may not know that he may not be able to translate it. It might because say if you're playing in front of 80,000 people, right, and it's super loud, and you're playing at Death Valley,
absolutely.
you're playing at Death Valley, and it gets super loud, and you may not get a call in. What's the automatic lock call? Man. You want your guy who's able to take all that in, be able to take all that sound and noise and be able to say, you know what, coach, I got you, no matter what it is. Yep. So, and I believe he has the swag, he has the ability to do it. Obviously where he's wearing his hat is everything. Everything he does is like he breathes confidence, and at the highest level, that's what you want the most at your corners.
And look, get used to this, but he transferred from Virginia Tech to LSU, so get used to that this year.
I read his lips there. He said yes, sir, to the Lord. He's like, I'm sorry, yes, ma'am.
I saw that. I have him as the 5th best player in the draft. Reminds me a lot of another LSU corner, which would be Derek Stingley. With the swag and then the ability to play on the boundary. And look, obviously Spags loves to run man coverage corners. He loves corners that are physical.
I hate Spagnuolo.
He's great though. He's
because he's so that guy. That's why I hate him.
And look,
he's
obviously
really good at his job.
You trade McDuffie, you lose Jalen Watson for agency. It felt like they had to go there. This is the last team that I care about.
The Giants, though. The Giants, though.
Oh, never mind. There's still two spots.
They could go to defense.
There's no way.
If Downs doesn't go off the board here, there's a real shot.
I don't think there's any way that Washington goes defense here. I know Dan Quinn's a defensive guy.
They are. They're going defense.
I simply think on offense, Jaden Daniels is your guy.
Yeah, corner's gone. You're old at every position. I go Tyson. Did they
Lemon,
fix the field?
Sadiq. I don't know.
Sadiq this early? Really?
Look, I'm not saying that because I think he should go here. I'm saying that because he might go here.
I hope you're right.
It's worth mentioning. Let's go here.
Oh, who?
I'm mad about that, but that's okay.
So
if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'm trading up, bro.
Trade up right now.
And you cannot miss on this. Trade up right now. Trade up. Just trade up. Go get him. We can't have our DC talking about a guy who's able to play every position, a guy who's able to play nickel, and be able to play safety, make tackles, and do all these things. And he's like, oh yeah, we got him, and we have an opportunity to get him, and we just don't get him. We might as well.
Look. It's funny. I had Cardinal take going here to 7. So by the way, my mock has completely fallen apart now.
Yeah, we might as well not look at it.
So I'm gonna have it, but
there was who was it? It was there was someone on Twitter today that said, oh, it was Kyle Hamilton. He was like, there should be like money involved, like March Madness. If you get a perfect draft, you predict all the trades and stuff. People should get paid for that.
PFF did something like that where you can like pick them this year. So it's like fantasy football, but for the draft. So I think it's kind of interesting.
Look, great pick, Styles. I'm mad, but Downs is on the board still, so go get him, Jerry. Trade up right now.
Makes a lot of sense.
Look. Styles is a bigger DeMarvion Overshown. He's 6'5", 244, ran 4.46. Absolutely blew up the combine. He's not a Mike. He's not a guy that you're gonna have wearing the green dot. It's going to be able to process things really quickly. What you want him to do is, all right. So Sonny, pretend you're Sonny Styles. So Sonny, you see the ball? There, go. Yeah, that's what Sonny Styles does. He attacks the football. He attacks downhill. It's going to be hell trying to, figure out how to, game plan for him. But It's not who I have been so scared is going to go to one of my division rivals.
There's one more, man.
I think
you
that,
got
but
one
see, the
more.
thing is, I think the Giants are going to go offense. I'm telling you, the trend says 15 out of 18 teams, more than likely, they're going to get an offensive player in the first round, and they only have one more pick. And so,
You aren't ready for that third first-round pick the Giants are trading for. Hey, there ain't nothing saying it got to be the Cardinals who come up
that's
and
fair.
get New England's pick.
But again, you're going to see so many of these Ohio State guys. They may have been the most underrated defense in college football history because no one talks about them with like the Hurricanes of 01 or maybe like 2010 LSU. I mean, let me just go in my top 9. I have 3 Ohio State players, defensive players: Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs. Oh, by the way, Cade McDonald, I have a second-round grade on, who was their big run-stuffing nose. By the way, Davis Igbenoson's another corner. He's going to get drafted this weekend. There's another guy, Caden Curry. He's probably going to get drafted again. He's an edge player. So like that defense was absolutely ridiculous this year. And then you pair that with an NFL level coordinator like Matt Patricia.
yeah,
I don't know why we haven't traded up yet. This is ridiculous. This is the most obvious trade up of all time. You don't have to get rid of 20 here.
It's so funny.
You can give up 12. What do we have a 3? We have our 3.
We have pick 92.
It's one of those things where you know what? I could actually see him getting past the Giants. I don't see him getting past,
past
Miami.
the Dolphins.
No.
Because, and I've said this with the Dolphins, is
They are talent.
they need BPA.
Do they still have Micah?
What?
Mika.
No, they traded him to the Jets.
Oh, God. That was right. They traded him for a 7th. Was it like a
Yeah.
7th round pick?
Look, and I think that again we're a Cowboy show, so we're gonna kind of keep bringing things back to the Dallas Cowboys. But the only thing I could see him getting past Miami is because they go, look, we can't take a safety at pick 11.
I agree. I agree. You know, you can't take a safety.
I could
You
in
know
the
who
top
could take
11,
a
but
safety?
top
We
12,
can
top
take
12 is perfect value for me. Yeah. No, but I mean, by the way, I think this might be the
No,
longest.
Dylan Thielen is on there. If they
By the
need a
way-
safety that bad, go get the boy
All
out of the way.
I'm saying is I get the energy that if he's there at 12, and y'all don't take him, it's gonna be like the Jets when they drafted Kyle Brady over Warren Sapp. It's gonna be destruction. That's what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be. You can't hear. I'm doing the censor.
Oh.
It's gonna be son of a mother. That's gonna be what
You
happens.
clicked the wrong button. That is what would happen. That is
That is what would happen. It's just gonna be.
I don't know. Did you hear what happened?
It
I
went
heard
wah,
something.
wah, wah, wah. That's what it's gonna be.
That could be the timing,
Absolute
it's crazy.
hell if we pass on Caleb Downs. I don't think they do simply because
You know,
he
it'd be
fits so
funny.
well.
They just pick Caleb Downs right here, and we just all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
You know
they're
what?
going defense for sure.
I'm fine with him going to the NFC.
Yeah,
just
He's
not
very
the
confident
NFC
about that,
East.
but I don't actually think New Orleans would go defense here.
They need offense.
If-
Tyler Shuck. I
if
think
they
they want to
believe
believe
Shuck's
Shuck's
their
the guy, and they want to go offense. Whether it's O line, whether it's all the tackles are available. You still got 2 of the receivers available.
Do they need tackle? I can't remember. who
They
have.
need offense.
They don't need one. They got Kelvin Banks on the left side.
Yeah, he
Hold
played
on.
pretty well.
I might actually get the pick spoiled here, so I have no choice because I don't know who's on the roster. So I have a. Please don't spoil the pick. Please don't spoil the pick. Please don't spoil the pick. I hate that they do it. It's so stupid.
Do you
don't
see it?
No, I don't. I don't
Okay,
see
great.
it. Kelvin Banks was they drafted Banks last year, and they got Fuaga. So they might go with an interior guy, but there's
There's
not
interior guy worth.
not right now. Not yet.
Not yet.
Other than Olave, they don't really have much.
There's Ioane, the guy from Penn State, the guard. But I mean, I really look outside of Olave. They have Devon Veely, who had a pretty good year, but then it's Mason Tipton, his other receiver. It's pretty. They're pretty bare.
They could go Tyson here.
It's either Tyson or Lemon, and I'm rooting. Here's why I'm rooting for it to be Mekhi Lemon, because then I think the Giants would go Tyson at 10.
Yeah.
And then it would be Cleveland's going tackle. I am fairly confident they're going tackle, and I think they're gonna have their pick of the litter.
If I don't know if they have the availability and they believe that one of their there's a receiver there that they have high enough. I'm sorry, but Jerry Jeudy has clearly shown his personality. He's not him.
They believe in Fannin, though.
I also want to make a note
That's
of
true.
this.
But that's their only
I think
guy.
this is the longest. I'm saying this now because I don't think he's going to go here, so I'm not going to jinx it. I think this is the longest that my number 1 player on the board has lasted in the draft.
Who's your number 1?
It's Caleb Downs.
Oh yeah.
Because
He's been number 1 for
because
a while.
Yeah, he's been number 1 the entire time since I watched him. He's been the guy that's out of the draft for me. Look, I think when let's see, 2018 was Barkley. He went 2. 19 was Nick Bosa. He went 2. 2020 was Burrow. He went 1. 21 was Trevor Lawrence. So he was 1.
Yeah.
2022 was the one year it was Thibodeau, and Thibodeau may
With
have
the 4?
Did you actually have Thibodeau 1 instead of Aiden Hutchinson?
Thibodeau went 4, right?
This is
No, he
before.
went 1.
This is before.
No,
he didn't.
No, who, I'm thinking of
Nigga,
Trayvon.
you
I'm
have
thinking.
Thibodeau went, I picked 5 or something.
I'm
like
Five.
that.
He went
I'm
5.
thinking
He
of
went
I'm
5.
thinking
He
of
went 5.
Jags. Who did the
Trevon Walker.
Trevon Walker.
Trevon Walker.
Trevon Walker.
That's what I was thinking.
He's actually good, by the way. He took us some time.
Yeah, but he's not Hutchinson. Hutchinson was
no,
my
Yeah.
but
He's
he,
the best
but he
player.
took some time, and he's good.
He's all right.
Walker.
Yeah.
Look, I've matured as an evaluator, and I probably would have Hutchinson number 1 now. But that was at the time. You get better. I told Donnell this last night. We were watching some film. I'm like, look, the more I watch NFL film, the more I watch tape, the more the better you get at it.
It's okay. I was a Chase Winovich believer for a long time. I wanted
Hey,
him
don't
before.
disrespect him. He was good.
He was good. Yeah, and then yeah. I was so happy when we picked him, dude, in like the 3rd round. I was, oh my god, let's go. And then he was okay.
Decent, you know.
I don't
Yeah.
know what happened, but he was.
It's a quality
He
NFL
was.
player.
Look, this
in there.
is definitely going to be a very, very interesting pick. I think the Saints really, I think offense has got to be the move here. They really just, I mean, look, they have Kool-Aid McKinstry on defense. They've got Chase Young, who's had a really good kind of resurgence with them.
Yeah,
Don't
Makai
show the
Lemons.
players. Don't show the players
They
because
have
it's going to
Makai
get
Lemons
spoiled.
on the-
He's
You could show
he's
Makai Lemon.
texting.
I'm cool with that. You can
No,
show-
because then I hate it when if you watch the old first rounds, if they saw a prospect on the phone with a team, they would show it.
Oh, right,
They would
right.
spoil the pick. Yeah, they used to do that, and I guarantee you, fans went, "Quit it!
Here we
Quit
go.
Spoil it! All right, here we go.
I'm gonna go with if they're.
Receiver,
You think Tyson or Lemon?
I'm going Lemon.
get it in
Lemon.
now. Hurry.
Ruben Bain.
I had Makai Lemon. I had Makai
That's what I'm
Lemon.
going with.
I had Makai Lemon in my mock.
They need an edge.
I don't have
So
a
they
phone
do
on
go.
me.
Wow.
So they
Away
do
from
go
me.
Jordan Tyson
My phone's
and
on the ground.
I called it. I did call it in our chat, by the way.
without the injuries,
Tyson,
probably the
yeah.
best receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
Super athletic, can go up and get the football, can run with the ball in his hands. He does everything you want from a number 1 receiver. This is a great.
Giants are going downs now.
Will you quit it? Dave? Dude, you are so. He's been nothing but negative Nancy today.
Because this is a generational safety.
Dude,
Because
this
he saw
dude,
because he saw the
when I
Pickens news.
tell
He's like,
you-
we're trading Pickens now. We're trading him. We're just gonna trade him. We're gonna trade him. And I'm like, bro,
I can't believe he's playing with the franchise tag. That's
Calm
that's
down,
shocking.
calm down.
He's not
You're good.
he's not a diva though. Pickens just play. He's not an actual diva in real life.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was like,
he
I don't know
played-
about that.
On the field, he's a
with
diva.
He plays with a. Oh, he said it was.
On the field.
On the field, he's a diva, but like
yeah.
in real life, he's actually pretty cool. I've seen a couple clips of him. He's just a natural regular dude. I don't.
He's a
think
very chill guy. I think it's just I think football. He strikes me as one of those guys that football is his outlet
it's
to
just-
be
oh, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I think it goes past that. I think I hate to say it like this, but like he's a competitor, and I'm sorry, but the Steelers with their
Well,
quarterback situation, man,
Yeah,
they
it was
didn't have-
bad.
They didn't have it.
Look, Tyson was the first
I'd be
receiver that
pissed
I
too.
watched. He's great after the catch. He runs smooth, snappy routes. He's got great size. 2 years of really, really good production, even with injuries. Bless you. Was that a cough? Okay. Think Cooper Kupp with the body type and the red area ability. Obviously, probably a little
love that Cooper
faster.
Kupp
Probably a
comp.
little faster than Kupp at what?
I say you love that Cooper Cup.
I love the Cooper Kupp.
His brother's playing right now, by the way. Jalen Tyson,
Yeah, for the Blazers, right?
Cavs.
Cavs.
Okay. Wow, look at I forget you're like following basketball. now.
I'm really following basketball.
You have no
Basketball's fun right
reason. Both your teams are the 2 seed.
Hopefully, when he comes back.
Anyway, look, I think it's a great pick for the Saints. I think that this is a great pick to give your potential future franchise quarterback a weapon,
And
someone
you know
to the ball
what?
to.
You know what this indicates?
What?
That they do absolutely.
They believe in
Chuck's
Chuck,
the
yeah.
guy. They
And
think
I-
Chuck's the guy.
As the Rangers, Evan Carter, 2-run homer, perfect.
Nice.
What? Well, I'm reading what he showed me. Hey, just be glad there's
love
not.
the emotion,
Just be
man.
glad the Stars aren't in a playoff game tonight or tomorrow. Because I'd be who'd they pick? Oh, I don't care. We're gonna start. Yeah, that would like it. So.
I think Tyson has a huge problem though.
Yeah, you've.
I guarantee you
I'm
people-
going to give you the floor on this. Hold on, Chase.
So-
I'm going to give you the floor on this, Chase. Seth.
So I'm not intimately familiar with football in the same way that either pretty much any of you probably are at this point, because I hate to say it, like it's been law school's a little, it's a little draining.
a little time consuming.
So, but one of the things is every time I watch Tyson play, he reminded me of Derrick Rose, and what I mean by that is the way he makes his cuts and the way he jumps and when he lands. it worries me that he's going to injure himself because he's coming down and putting all pressure on his knees and
he's already had knee injuries.
Really bad ankles that are putting unnecessary pressure on his ligaments, and it's going to result in injuries more so than it otherwise could. I think it could like completely address the problems by just changing his technique, and I think that would be it. I think he has all potential in the world to be an elite receiver. I
think at Arizona State, I feel like that would be more of a problem if he stayed at Arizona State his whole career. But he's going to the NFL, and with the NFL brings, I feel like, less targets and less opportunities for him to be able to put himself in those type of positions. I feel like Arizona State relied on him so much to make plays like that, So I feel like his ability to now, and then he's going into more of they're professional, so he's going to be around professional guys. He's going to see how they play. He's going to see how they work. Obviously, they're going to teach him how to be able to keep himself healthy, keep himself in a position to where he's more safe.
All the Cowboys fans are like, hold the line, he's coming. Oh my God, it's happening.
Just we have to, I don't understand. Like, can we not just trade?
I don't know.
Or 12.92 and a fifth? Would that do it?
What I can guarantee, Cleveland's not taking him.
No, they're going online. They're going online.
There's no way they go defense with the defense.
No, the defense is stacked. There's no way you mess up the chemistry by bringing
I just will say.
Wouldn't be mad though.
This is one of my. I'm going to count it if I get it right. If I get the player right, because they trade it back. I think they love Caden Proctor. I've heard the noise that they love Caden Proctor.
I think Caden Proctor. He's the popularity. He won the popularity.
The big guy from Bama.
Yeah.
The big mofo.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this doesn't turn into was it the Raiders or was it the Giants who fell in love with
Evan
that?
Neal?
Was it
the
Neal?
Raiders.
No, it was before.
Leatherwood.
Alex Leatherwood, who fell in love.
Don't remind me.
His work, probably his worst.
I fell in love with him too. I think this is perfect. The Browns, for once, hey, Cleveland, if there's any Cleveland fans watching, you guys, for the first time, you can say this. It's been a few years. Something went right for you. This is like something went right for the Browns. The entire offensive tackle board is completely there for them. If they wanted to go Sadiq, that's there to pair him with Fannin and get some really fun 12 personnel packages.
It's so funny. They went from one of the best O-lines in football.
Wait, my pick here?
Awful.
Monroe Freeling.
Yeah, it's probably either Freeling, Fano, or Proctor. Probably.
I think Proctor.
So they
It was
do
obvious
go.
tackle.
So they do go Spencer Fano.
Guy.
I really flip flopped on Spencer Fano for a long time. I had him initially as a 2, then I had him as a 1. Now I flipped him back as a 2. He's the first second round grade to go off the board for me. Number 20 on my board. Look, he won the Outland Trophy where he was the nation's best top interior lineman. Played right tackle for the Utah Utes, and their left tackle's going to get drafted too, Caleb Lomu. So they're going to have 2 tackles that get drafted, but. They kind of run a very odd offensive line scheme where a lot of the time they're not actually asking him to attack. They're asking him to just get in the way. And it's kind of funky because there's a lot of plays where he doesn't really attack. He just kind of gets in the way and the guys bounce off of him. But he mirrors. He mirrors really well. He's got great footwork. He's got the lower body stuff that you want to see from an offensive lineman. I just worry about his anchor and pass pro is kind of meh. And I wonder if they keep him on the right side.
I have a very important question to ask.
What?
I want you to be prepared because I'm going to ask this question.
Okay.
At every tackle prospect.
Okay.
So what's his arm length?
Hey, you know what? That's a great question.
Look at that. So look at that. Look at this right here. Look at this right here.
Yeah.
There are 2 defensive players I'm cool with.
So wait, hold on. On my board, Downs, Bain. So Downs and Baylor there. As long as one of them doesn't go here, we're gonna get. We have. Okay. Oh God, we're scared. Okay, we're scared.
Oh,
here comes the Giants pick. Y'all shut
wow,
up.
They really ran this back to back.
So they do go. Okay, hold on. So. Number 1, I want to say this for the Cowboys, and my dad asked me, Brady, who do you want for Dallas?
Brother,
and I said, time out. I said there are 6 names I want for Dallas. One of them's got to fall. I don't care which one.
Keep
It
Bane
was-
in Miami.
It was Bane or Downs.
Keep him in Miami. Come on.
Hey, back-to-back Hurricanes. So let's real quick before we get to the Caleb Downs discussion. Let's do I know it's happening.
Or can we trade up Can we trade up one pick? I mean,
you know what? I would. We traded
we traded up.
We traded up.
Oh my God, we traded up.
We traded up.
Oh my God, we traded up.
Traded up.
If this is not Caleb Down,
It's gonna be Mikhail.
swear to God,
It's Kenyon Sadiq.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna see the crash out. It's so bad. It's not
Boy,
good.
the crash would be
Bro,
bad.
are you? Dude,
They trade up for Micaiah.
I'm dude. Okay, so hold on.
wait. So we just traded. Okay,
we
go ahead.
flipped with Miami.
What did we give
So
up?
the
Fifth,
Cowboys
maybe?
did trade up. I'm wondering if we give up a
Might be
fifth.
fourth.
I'd probably say R4, R1,
Yeah.
112. George Pickens. I just want to see his face. Okay, so let's talk
Dude,
about.
we actually have a shot at Caleb
Hold
Down.
on. Will you?
Shot. Dude,
let's,
there is
hold
no
on.
shot.
Hold on.
This is Caleb Down.
Let me go over Francis Malinoa. All right. Great offensive tackle. I have him as the best tackle in the draft. One of my only top with first round grades. I have him at 7 on the board ahead of Sonny Styles. Great pick for the Giants. I think you're kind of admitting a mistake with Evan Neal here at this point. You're saying, yeah, we screwed up there. That's our bad. Occasionally, he does some waist bending stuff, which isn't great. He will kind of lean. He gets his nose over his toes. But he was a 3-year starter. I love guys that played multiple years. Reminds me a lot of Talise Fuaga from, I think it's New Orleans is where he ended up. Remember, he was part of that big tackle class where like 8 guys went. It was crazy. So Dallas trades up.
Oh my gosh,
and
dude.
I actually think we might be getting the best player in the draft.
You know, I was hearing Brady talk this whole time. I'm like, yeah, he can block. Let's talk about Caleb Downs, bro.
No. Hold on a second.
Malinoa is a great run blocker. He's a hot one again.
I had Malinois going 3 a lot.
Another high floor, maybe lower ceiling. He's not a special athlete, but he's a true road grader in the run game. And people have thought about kicking him in the tackle. I swear to God, if we trade up for an offensive player, I'm gonna crash out, bro.
Dog.
I'm gonna get the bleeper ready.
I'm worried about them trading up for Bane because knowing Miami want to keep him maybe in Miami.
No, I don't think there's been rumors that they don't like Bane.
Miami or the
Cowboys? Because arm length. He's got
Why
short
would we
arms.
get banged?
That doesn't make no. It doesn't. Y'all secondary.
I did say by the way. I did say by the way months ago if we ever got or up until this point if we get Caleb Downs, I'm buying his jersey tonight. I've said that for the last 2 months.
You best get your phone ready, bro.
The Cowboys have linebackers.
I gotta be a man of my
Travis
word.
Jones could probably tackle better than them. Like we got safeties who don't want to hit. We
can't
had
believe it.
corners
I'm so
who don't wanna
nervous.
Tackle.
Don't look-
And the most
Unless it says that we got him.
NFL-ready-
I'm not looking. I was trying to see if I can get the value right.
the most NFL ready safety probably in the last
I think we're
like
gonna get
20
him.
years.
I think we're gonna get the best
wouldn't
of
go
the
that
best.
far.
10 years.
Kyle Hamilton.
No, he's better than Kyle Hamilton.
I didn't
Dude,
say he wasn't.
I'm not talking about talent. I'm not talking about the measurables. I'm talking about NFL ready when it comes to the
Dude,
ability
I think it's happening.
to think the game.
best
Like
player in
Ed
the
Reed,
draft.
we're talking about guys who are able to think the game at the highest level. His ability to have his athletic attributes be used at all full measures.
As Brady pulls
For a guy,
Dude.
he's
What did I do?
5'11", 5'10",
What?
and he's the best player at Ohio State.
I'm anticipating 2 5s. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's
2
fine.
5s.
I'm okay
We
with
had
that.
we had a glut
Fine.
of 5th rounders on day
Oh
3
my
this year.
goodness.
2 5s for Caleb Downs potentially.
Can I
Dude.
say something about Caleb Downs?
Yes. You hate him.
Overrated.
Oh look, so
They are very happy.
Hold on, wait, hold on, wait,
Patriots
hold on,
overrated.
hold on. They usually bring their coaches in, and I'm trying to see if I can see a coach as they pan away.
Dude,
Thank
this
you.
is
My
for Christian
girlfriend's
Parker.
been teaching me the art of rage baiting.
gotta
So
be.
I'm really trying to put that in practice.
I will say about Malinoa again. Giants go offense. The trend continues.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't think it was possible. We've been talking about this the whole process.
Dog.
I didn't want to believe that Caleb.
Dog.
Me and you were talking.
I think the first time we talked about this draft,
We both
I
were
think
trying-
The first thing
we
we
were-
were like, Caleb Downs
Is the guy.
Is the guy. We
But-
even were sitting there like they talking about injury problems. We're like, thank God, and he got every injury on the planet. We'll take Caleb Downs with a broken ankle.
Hold on, no. I'm dropping the gas mask ball video on Caleb Downs. Hey, does Calvin have any incriminating videos? So just for some context here, we do know his best friend actually, former teammate of both of ours. Calvin Simpson-Hunt was a recruit at Ohio State. Played there for what, 3 years? 2 years?
Two, yeah.
So teenage to all these Ohio State guys, and he told me about Caleb Downs that been watching film since he was like a kid.
Yes.
Like dude, like it was funny reading the what people have said about him, and like it's you know they want to call him like the coach's pet because it sounds like he was like the coach on the field. That they said that
Ed Reed was too.
that after Nick Saban, he was like the most Saban like guy in the whole program because he was at Bama first, and when me and you were doing the draft stuff early in February, it's like, look, I can't think we're going to get Downs because I was preparing for disappointment.
I think
The
that
fact that the best player in the draft, I think, is going to come to my team.
we don't know. I don't know, dude. I honestly have a gut feeling. I hate this feeling. I think they want. I think they might go Bane. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
What
They
about
want.
Bane?
Why are you putting? Why are
They
you
want.
putting?
They
There's
want pass
not-
rush. There's 2 more safeties in this first
We
round.
can't tackle.
I agree with you.
We literally cannot
Wait,
tackle people.
wait, no, can't cover,
You
can't
have-
tackle,
bro,
can't do nothing.
No, I agree with you.
We got Rico Dowdle putting up freaking what's it
God.
called?
The
That's so
Cowboys
funny.
want.
Adrian Peterson
Shut
numbers
up.
on us.
Hey, how does Super Bowl go for you?
Tackle. We can't.
You wouldn't know what that is, would you?
We had Wilson, and I love Wilson, man.
I
and
agree
love him,
with you.
And we had him playing free safety. He was an outside linebacker playing free safety. We have nobody.
Look, I am
There's
100%.
no-
What?
I
you've
100% agree with
Seth,
you.
Seth's got a look on his face. What?
There is
What are you thinking?
the idea.
What the conversation we're
If
having?
if you wanted pass rush so bad, we should have just kept Micah. If we wanted pass rush that bad, we should have been like,
But guess what? You can get Bane for $40 million cheaper.
This reminds
Bro,
me of
no, bro.
the Micah draft. I remember that draft, and
Yeah.
Micah was a hyped prospect,
Well, I want a Sertan.
but everyone wanted Surtain.
Yeah.
And when Denver moved in front of y'all,
We were watching together, and I threw my hat across him. I was so pissed.
I remember. I was
He's
there.
cold, too.
Everyone thought Surtain, and he's still top.
I think what's great is
Three
like
corner.
it's one of those. If let's say the Broncos went Micah and we went Surtain, I think both teams would still be exact. I think that
Here we go,
they're,
here
they're
we
on
go.
the same level of play. Quit putting the bad
I mean,
juju.
I'm not putting.
Obviously-
I'm praying. I am praying.
I obviously think this
It's
is.
gotta be.
You feel like it has to be.
Remember, no cussing, no cussing, please. Yeah, no, I don't want to have to.
You feel like it has to be
No,
Downs.
you should be prepared though, because if it's
Yeah.
anybody other than Caleb Downs, you're gonna get
Yeah,
some.
you know.
I'm walking out. I mean,
And I'm
dude,
gonna laugh.
It's got to be Downs.
I'll carry the show.
It's gotta-
Everyone's gonna
the-
the stage to walk out.
By
It'll
the
just be
and so
me.
we'll talk about what Downs can bring to the defense if he goes.
Let them make the right decision.
I just have to put other names out there.
It's
Ruben
Bane,
Bain, maybe
Lemon.
Makai Lemon, Kenyon Sadiq.
God, that offense would be so stacked. I
would
mean, you
be.
guys wouldn't stop a nosebleed, but you guys would be so
we go.
stacked on offense.
All right, here we go. Dude, this is
we go. This
hey,
is it.
the Cowboys are picking. This is great. It's always fun when our team picks. Your team has to wait a long time.
My team's not picking tonight.
Yeah, no. All right, boys, here we go. Seth wants the first word in.
Come on.
Great. Awesome. So happy for y'all.
Oh my
Wonderful.
gosh!
Come on.
Come on!
I'm not even gonna. You go for it, bro.
What?
You go for it. All you. You do the analysis for they sound.
Okay, so as we're doing, as we said, we're gonna do victory laps in here. We got Caleb Downs.
We got Caleb down.
Oh my
Suit's fire,
god!
bro. That purple suit's so fire. I want that.
Oh my gosh!
I figured I saw that today on the red carpet. I figured you'd like that. Okay, well let's talk about Caleb Downs. Best player in the draft. Oh, I love. Yeah, yes, he's a Dallas Cowboy.
Oh my gosh!
He made it. So Mike, this is
What?
so he's probably my favorite comp, and I know everyone loves my comp. It's Eric Berry.
Yeah.
You can play him in the box. You can have him rush the. Oh, I did not mute it. The NFL is going to copyright strike us now. You can have him blitz. You can have him cover. I mean, he could probably cover some receivers.
Yes.
I mean, he's that good. The short area quickness. I have one weakness for him. He's not that big.
No.
He's not that big.
What's his size?
He's 5'11",
5'11".
206.
Oh no, he's gonna get beat by Gronk. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Oh my gosh!
Bro, we got.
There is no way Caleb Downs is a Cowboy.
There's no
What's
way.
the Ohio State thing? Yeah.
As
Oh, this is
a
great.
part-time Michigan fan, that disgusts
Oh,
me. But
brother.
So I want to preface this, but I just want to say we just got the best player in the draft for me and for a lot of people. The dream scenario for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my! Wait, can
We
we
got
can we turn
Caleb
this
Downs.
on? Like,
We'll just record it. Go watch the recording. No, I can't because I want to talk.
I'm gonna mute us, but like,
No, I'm not muting
Okay.
this. You can go watch the. You can record it. This guy obviously at Bama. Nick Saban talked about how great he was. Look at him come downhill. He tackles. He can hit. He flies around. He's fast.
Everything the Cowboys defense was
He does everything.
This just made one. I've been telling my dad this for 4 months.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best player in the draft. He changes everything. He plays anywhere, everywhere, and does it all at 110%.
And I have to say, I was wrong. I did not have the Cowboys trading up. But I think Dallas just, and Miami's looking at this like this. Miami, you know what that tells me? Miami was not going Caleb Downs.
Which is insane.
But what Miami's going to do is, fine, you get your guy. We'll take 2 free lottery picks. They're $5 lotto tickets, but you could still win money on them, right?
Yeah.
Because if 5th round picks are, I still think Dallas trades down from 20. I think that if there's an offensive lineman that stays on the board or a receiver that stays on the board, a team like the Texans could come up and go, hey, we really want that offensive lineman. Dallas will
I'm
flip.
about to say something crazy about my team. A lot of people aren't going to like it. A lot of Pats
I'm
fans
so
aren't going
happy,
to like
bro.
it. If
I'm
I'm the
so happy,
Patriots,
dog.
Oh my God,
there's a lot of talk about us trading down, but I would trade up.
Dude.
I would trade up and take a tackle.
Dude.
I like the idea of moving Campbell to guard. The unfortunate, but that's not going to happen.
They're not going to do that.
No, they're not going to because they got Elijah Barrett Tucker.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, you need someone. I mean, we got Morgan Moses, but I mean that man's 35 plus. I mean, he's
be
ancient
out
in
soon,
NFL
yeah.
terms. So they're not going to do that. They're going to trade out. They got AJ Brown. It's almost confirmed at this point. I mean, I hate to do this. I know you're a Cowboy centric show, but Miami's pick is in. So
It's fine. So we're going to
It's
move.
fine.
Look,
I don't care if we have another draft selection this entire draft. I'm happy. I'm done. I'm content.
Here's what we're going to do.
I'm good.
Team
All right. So we've, and you know what's crazy is
Dude,
now,
what?
I don't care.
There's no, it doesn't make sense.
No way we
dog.
got Caleb Downs.
What's crazy is I don't care. We get 20 now. We could draft my 500th best player. We could draft.
I don't
the guy-
care.
We could draft the guy from Nigeria, and I don't care.
I wish I had Chase.
They could draft me, and we still
have to draft me.
No, we could draft the guy from Nigeria at 20. I don't care. We got Caleb
You
Downs.
guys are gonna get is it Mutombo?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Dikembe?
All right,
Yeah,
Dolphins need help everywhere. They're going BPA.
Makai Lemon. I don't know.
Probably lemon.
I don't care anymore. I'm done.
So
Wow.
thinking that maybe the
Popularity contest.
and I'm gonna say this, and Seth, you're gonna love this as a Patriots fan. I don't exactly love that at 12 for the Dolphins.
that means I do love it. I don't know what to say.
I
Great
have
pick.
he's so far he's the lowest rated player on my board to get picked, which should excite Seth over here. But look, he's a ginormous human being. He's what, like 6'6", 350 pounds.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's easy anchor, easy power and pass pro. He knocks guys off the ball. He puts them on the ground. The one thing I am concerned about is if he's going to face some more speed rushers like a Nick Bonito that can bend that edge. I really worry about how he's going to be able to handle that, which is why some people have said you kick him in at guard. And I know it's just Seth, you're like, well, he's 6'6". That's a really tall guard.
It is hard.
It's hard, but I know that I've heard Troy Aikman say look, quarterbacks are going to you're going to have trouble seeing over offensive linemen anyway because we're naturally going to be bigger than the quarterback.
Yeah.
So what's the average height at quarterback? 6'3".
What's Malik Willis's height?
I think he's probably 6'1", 6'2".
It's going to be hard. When you're that's why I like hiring my quarterback. Mendoza, Trevor Lawrence, these guys who are 6'4", 6'5". It's not just about vision. It's also about arm angles. If you don't have a 12 arm angle, it's really hard to get that ball over some of these linemen at the inside. And if you can't throw in the middle of the field because you can't see, and your arm angle goes up and down, and you hit your guy in the helmet. We've seen it a few times in the NFL, where you just throw that, MF straight into the back of a player's helmet.
My cousin's saying that because we don't have crazy amount of viewers, that their copyright, it's not like high of a chance. Is that true?
No, probably not. I don't want to run the risk just in case.
There you go, Miles, if you're listening. There you go.
I don't know a whole lot about copyright law.
Copyright law, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I don't
future
know
lawyer.
a whole lot about copyright law, but if we're not monetized, they probably don't care.
All right, so we're going to talk about the Rams. And look, there's been some dark horse stuff with do they go Ty Simpson here because of Matthew Stafford being old? Do you develop for the future?
I'm greedy. Give me Bane at 20.
That would be the weirdest pick.
I think that would be an awful pick.
But
there's one person I trust.
McVay.
It's like with Bo.
Yeah,
I thought Bo was an awful pick, but I was like,
and if you remember, I remarked
He asked what
to us when we watched Ty Simpson. I remarked he would be great in a McVay system because of the amount of off-platform throws that McVay asks his quarterbacks to make. A lot of the play actions, the rollouts, Simpson does that. The problem is now you're going down to my number 80th.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a shot in hell that they take him.
You don't
And
think so?
you know why I think that?
Why?
Because they were in the NFC Championship. game
Literally last year.
I think they
But
are
see,
all in.
that's why I think they might do it because they might go, hey, we're a roster that can run it back in the NFC Championship game. Let's go ahead and start building for the future.
If there was a better quarterback available,
but their guy
maybe.
is the MVP. So
Well, you know what? It goes past that.
All the Cowboys fans are
Dude.
loving it. It's great. Sorry,
Also,
now they did get Jordan. They did get Jordan Love. Like when Aaron Rodgers had won MVP in 23, they did get.
And
Jordan Love in
they did the same thing with Favre with Rodgers.
Yep.
But I'm going to be honest.
No, Love was drafted like 21.
21.
Yeah.
20.
Or 20.
But
yeah.
the-
20. Oh, was that early?
He was the same quarterback class as Tua and Herbert and those guys.
You're right.
But when you're that close, and it wasn't like where Rodgers, gets to the playoffs. So I'd be perfectly blunt. I think he's a choker in the playoffs. I know he's a ring. I don't think he's not an all-time great. If there was any quarterback I wish I could emulate throwing motion, I think he's the most beautiful throwing motion ever.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think Simpson needs way more work than Rodgers did coming in. I think he's actually more on a Jordan Love level in his ability to pass the ball. But I think if you're that close and you just extended Stafford, or I don't know if it's officially happened, but there have been heavy reports that they're extending Stafford. I don't think there's a chance you take a quarterback. I think you stick with your guy and you give it.
So then you're going BPA, and then you could probably go. But see, they don't. What are they? I mean, maybe receiver. Makai Lemon's been a guy. I think Makai Lemon was
You
the
got
guy.
Devontae Adams and you got Puka. I don't know if you need one.
Steven
Running
Jones
back? No, running back. There's no one left.
to be for a trade back.
Steven on the phone.
Yeah. Quit looking at Twitter, so you might.
I don't care anymore.
I mean, look, it's right now. It's just trust your board. Les Need's one of the best GMs in football. So
What's their O-line look like? Can you pull it up for me? I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Well, I don't want to. Again, I don't want to spoil anything. So I hope that
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't
look at!
keep-
Oh,
I
look!
don't-
Look,
I
it
don't-
says it
I don't
says,
keep up with the
Simpson. That sucks. Like that'd be so funny.
Well, he wouldn't even pop up on their PFF.
No, I
because
know,
Stafford would
he-
still be
yeah,
their
he would
quarterback.
pop up. It would be funny though if it was like, oh look, yeah, it's gonna be Stafford. Yeah, it's funny.
Also, is this right? My cousin's saying the only thing that would happen is the video gets taken down.
Yeah.
Like, is that?
You're not going to go to jail.
it's fine. Okay, I'm not.
Oh, that's your call. I mean, if you want
I
to.
don't know
I mean,
if you want to smoke crack on camera, we can do that too.
Look, their offensive line
hey,
is
if
great.
you donate
that illegal?
$200,
Look, Alaric Jackson, Steve Avila, Shelton,
they have a
Kevin
good
Dotson.
line.
Look at them. Look at the grades.
It's got to be Lemon.
All of their look at that. Warren McClendon was the 16th best
they
tackle
got
in
a good
football.
Byron Young. They got
Two
they
top-
got Trent McDuffie. I mean, they are.
But they still do got.
That's why I'm
Devontae.
saying the
Safety?
quarterback makes sense because you already
got
have
it shown Uber.
everything.
Do they have a safety? What's their safety class?
Jalen Lake and Jalen McCullough. And
I mean,
look,
you could go
this
safety
is
here.
probably the best. This might actually unironically be the best safety draft of all time. I don't have
Wow.
any research on that. I have 3 first-round grades at safety.
Yeah.
And that,
Wow.
and then
That was my concern about also them going with Bain there because if they wanted to go at 20, one of
get
Thieneman and
Thieneman.
McNeil
Thieneman is
Warren
really
would
good.
have been there.
No,
I would
I don't
completely
think
okay
I don't
with
think
it.
Thieneman's making it past
Vikings, I agree.
Vikings.
But McNeil Warren was probably going to be there. And if they wanted him, they could have got him as well as Bain. But there's a chance Bain could fall because of the
And
new
see,
drama.
Rappaport's talking about it too that this could be Simpson. I'm just saying it's worth mentioning that the quarterback could be going.
I would be not shocked. I think if I'm Stafford, I'm a little hurt.
Is this more shocking than the Michael Penix pick a couple years ago?
No, God no. I don't think. Look. I'm. If we're calling me the quarterback guy,
I think this is.
I didn't think he was worth a first rounder at all.
I think this is the same level as Jordan Love.
This
if
to me
it's
is equivalent to Jordan Love. I think it's a little bit more disappointing.
You think Simpson's on Jordan Love's
No.
level?
I meant with the reaction coming out of the draft.
Oh, okay.
What the reaction was for Green Bay fans, what the reaction would be for Rams fans.
because if Simpson sat, I mean, he could turn into a good
Jordan
ball player.
Love
I mean,
was such a rough prospect,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what Simpson reminds me. I think Simpson actually has more experience than Love did coming out.
I think Simpson's 2-year starter.
But Love had way more athleticism than Simpson ever did.
I'm still riding high off Caleb Downs. So
I'm riding high for the next.
Hey, you should be riding high off. Oh, that's right. They also signed Jalen Watson, so they actually got both Chiefs corners, the Rams.
Yeah.
So they're set at DB.
Well, outside
I mean,
of safety. I mean, it doesn't sound like
they have
got-
safety. I mean, look, Thieneman would be a great fit for that defense.
What they lost last year to the Seahawks. Why? I don't remember the game.
They gave up explosive plays.
Safety makes even more sense. That if
Yeah.
your big struggle was explosive plays, and they,
Simpson
Go
was
get a guy who can
no.
stop.
Simpson was a 1-year starter because Milrow.
remember that game.
Milrow.
Yeah, I mean,
That was why.
if Simpson's got, he's got some athleticism,
got
he's got
tools.
some traits.
What was my comp? I think my comp for him was I think
12?
I stuck with Daniel Jones as my comp, despite y'all disagreeing with
Oh,
me.
Lord.
Yeah, I think.
No, I said Bo Nix.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
Nick
did say. But
I ended up changing it.
This is their
first
first pick in what? How many years? Their first round
since
pick?
2021.
Wow.
Wait, no. 2023 they didn't have one. Hold on, they're showing it right now.
First pick since
Yeah, first round.
2021? Wow.
Since 2020. Yeah, first round picks since
Oh,
2021.
oh, oh.
2022 they had none.
They had Jared first, right?
Yeah, I think he was 24. All right, well,
If Rappaport's talking about
this is
Simpson, I
fun.
feel like it's got to be some smoke
There's got-
around.
there's
But when there's
probably-
smoke, there's fire.
It's either a smoke grenade or smoke fire.
We'll find out.
Here we go.
Oh,
Hey, give me
Okay.
some credit for this call here.
Rams have their future quarterback.
Hey,
You got it.
quarterback guy, I'm going to let you have the floor. And I told Chase I felt bad about him here. We actually watched him, the three of us, left Chase out of it. Seth, I'm going to give you the floor first.
So let me start by saying that I think Nix is an excellent comp for the exact same reason. There are quarterbacks I've seen play the game where I thought, this is not a good quarterback. I do not understand. One of those people was Rattler. I don't understand. And I hate to say it, I was right. One of those guys was Penix. I didn't quite see it. With his knees being torn, and his constant injuries, I didn't see it. Simpson had tools and traits that made me think, you know what, this guy could do it. This guy could do it. Just like Bo Nix, I thought you throw him into the Jets or the Dolphins, or you give this man dysfunction, he's out. He's going to be like Sam Darnold. He has tools, but I'm sorry, but he's not there yet. His technique needs work. He fades when he gets
He
pressured.
stares down receivers too much.
He stares down receivers. Now, that's a constant problem in college football just to begin with because everything's such one read and shoot now. But Simpson is going to about the best case scenario.
Literally.
And
I mean, are there any better offensive coaches? Maybe Sean Payton because of the pedigree.
I don't think Sean Payton's a better offensive coach.
Not now. I think maybe all time, maybe, but nowadays, no.
I don't think there's a better quarterback evaluator than Sean
McVay.
Payton.
No, yeah, Sean Payton is like the one. He's the quarterback guru.
But I would say the way the offenses in the NFL now
McVay's
operate based
Look,
off of
McVay.
McVay's system.
Look, you're on a 1 year basis every year with Stafford. Stafford might play 3 more years. He might play 2 more years. This might be his last year. I think that
no, it's not his last year. He's outright signed another contract.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's one of those like Kelsey where it's a 3-year deal, but it's structured where he can get out of it if he wants.
So is he playing at minimum 2 years?
I think he's probably playing. I think he plays 2 more years. And I think he plays 2 years. I think it's perfect to let Ty Simpson sit for 2 years.
Yep.
I think the reason you go in with the first round, and I know that the first round grade makes no sense here, but it's the 5th year of the option. Now
it
you'll
makes
have
sense.
him. It makes sense if you're convicted, but it makes sense for a team like look if the Cardinals had traded back in. Now you're giving up assets. He might have to. The owner might push for him to play this year. With the Rams, barring
There's no
injury,
pressure. No pressure.
There's no pressure, and even then, I know that they've said that Garoppolo might retire, but they got Jimmy G on the roster still.
I would not play him unless absolutely necessary because
He's
if
he's the third quarterback. He's
you
emergency.
need to get this man
Yep.
snaps, reps, learn how to read a defense, and most importantly, don't be afraid. And that is hard. Let me tell you what. As a guy who's taken a few, I was gonna say a few back shots, but as a guy who's taken a few shots from the blind side, that it hurts. It's not pleasant.
Do I
And
gotta get the beeper ready for you, Seth?
Yes.
I-
The only reason
yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
cuss is because I'm told not to. It's so it's so hard to stay calm knowing, oh man, this guy's coming at me. That's gonna hurt, and I got to keep my eyes that way.
Well, he played for Bama though, so you play big. You play.
Look, he
you
has
play
all the
best-
experience,
You
yeah.
play the best D lineman in college football. You play the big boys in red over there in Georgia. You played at big time games, and he's been successful in big time games. So I think you talked about it like happy feet, and then I think we also talked about how he throws on his fades and he throws a lot of 2 balls. So I think we had seen him get his guy killed one of those plays.
A few times.
Yeah,
so there was a
so-
play against. I wanted to show the 3 of them. I wanted the 2 of them this. I wanted to show them it was against Missouri, and it was a seam shot in cover 3. So it was the right read, but the problem was that he floated it, and so his receiver had to go up and get it. And then here comes it's the game time for the safety. Came in, hit him, and I mean his arms went limp. He was concussed. He was concussed. I even put in my notes. It was concussion city. Like it was bad.
I really
So-
like his upper body.
Yeah.
I really like the way his motions
the
really.
fluid,
It's
he's
very
got
very
some-
fluid. The problem has always been
He's got tools.
what happens when he's moving.
Yeah.
Does he keep his eyes? Is he going to put the ball in the right place? And
This
it's-
is great for him.
Great situation.
This is great.
And it's just,
Yeah.
This is
and
great.
also,
Great
where
situation.
I think we haven't brought this up. He gets to learn behind. He gets to learn
He
behind
gets behind
Matthew
one of the best.
Stafford
Yeah.
and Jimmy
And a
Garoppolo
lot of people
potentially,
talk about he's being one of the greatest.
and
of
Jimmy
all
G.
time.
That's
Yeah.
two veteran quarterbacks. Sorry, I mean,
You're good.
but that's two veteran quarterbacks that he gets to potentially learn, including
Yeah.
McVay. Ravens.
Venga Ioane.
I've had Venga. It's
Ioane.
Yeah, Venga Ioane, the
Yeah.
guard from Penn State. He's probably the best guard in the draft. Very much Tyler Booker-esque from last year. If you want. And I think this is about where we picked him at 12, so I think this would be a perfect spot. One interesting note is that Ruben Bain is currently falling right now. He's the highest rated player on my board.
hey, that works for me.
After-
The longer the pass rushers stay on the board, because that's what we need. We need.
Yeah,
pass
look,
rush.
we haven't seen the tackle run yet. We kind of heard that would happen. We haven't seen the edge run yet. So
Oh, well, they
here we
got-
go.
they're out there.
It's going to be fast and furious, guys. Here we
Yep.
go.
We had that.
Yep, it's Venga Ioane, the guard from Penn State. Look, again,
The
you're
Samoans
going
are
to
showing
keep.
out right now, man.
He's the 21st best player in the draft for me. Look, they as my dad's going to appreciate this joke. They lost Daniel Falele in free agency, eliminating a big hole at right guard for that team. So they get look. He's super powerful, 6'4", 320.
So bad.
His feet can get a little clunky, especially when they ask him to block in space. And one thing when we watch some linemen, you heard me bring up was when he gets to the second level and he climbs and his guy's not there, he kind of is like, what do I do? I got to find somebody. He doesn't get a hat on a hat, and that's what you want to see. You want to see more of that from him. But overall, you're going to hear me say this a lot throughout the rest of tonight and tomorrow.
a lot of-
High floor, maybe a lower ceiling type
I think
of guy.
we have a lot. I think especially what that means is just there's really quality NFL.
There's a
players.
lot
There's
of-
a lot of guys who may not be superstars or
Yeah.
but they have potential. Maybe one
To put it
2 year Pro Bowls
in
or
baseball terms, there's a ton of doubles out there.
yeah.
Good, solid, in the gap doubles that get a rally started.
You know what's
Nothing
interesting?
special, but good.
This is probably the first time in a few years where I haven't heard the term generational thrown out a whole lot. Yeah,
gonna
Jeremiah
get it next
Love is
year.
pretty
Downs,
much the only
maybe.
guy.
Downs doesn't.
Downs too. Those are the only two guys where I'm like, we were hearing it a little bit, but you don't typically hear the term generational thrown around.
We've seen
for
that a lot
safeties.
last year when we talk about like Travis and Genty, like
Yeah.
generational.
Travis was a
generational.
generational type of player because he wasn't one position. He was a true unicorn.
Yeah, I still think he has potential. I think they said he's going to be a defender,
They said,
which
they
is
said
where
they're
he
gonna
should
give,
have
they're
been.
going to make him full time defense and then
He was
have him in.
he was better at offense. He was better at defense.
He was
in
better.
college.
He was
He
way
was a
better. He was
great
way
corner.
better. He's a really great corner. I think he's a Pro Bowl corner.
But
if
I
he's
think
fully full time corner.
It's funny. I still think they lose that trade. You don't trade up to 2 for a corner who is not. I think
Well,
that is
I
a
think
bad trade.
but there's a lot. I heard a lot of people say if they had Travis in that playoff run, they would win farther. I
Yeah,
think,
no,
I think
100%.
Travis. I think Travis.
I'm
is
just-
a
I'm
big-
looking-
I
I'm-
think
I'm sorry. I'm making sure that
We're not dreaming?
that we gave up both fifth round picks because
it
I
was-
I
it was
saw
150
because
it was
I've seen
170 and 173.
170, 177, and 180.
180. Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
And I think 180 is one of the comp picks.
Damn, we
so
had 2 picks and three.
Yeah, I didn't even see comp picks this year. Normally I get like the feed about where all the comp picks.
Yeah,
are,
we
but I didn't see
had I think we had one. I think it was for it may have been for it may have been for J. Lou. It was either him or D Law. We had a couple cancel out.
Good
So
for him on getting a ring. I actually have. This is probably
I
the
love
first Super
D-Law.
Bowl where
I
we've
love D-Law.
lost. I immediately lost all emotional devastation. I don't know how many people are aware. My girlfriend's apartment burned down the same night we lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
So I was on the phone with a crazy circumstance. But I'll tell you what, for all those people out there who are like, Super Bowl, oh my God, my team sucks. Let me promise you, I had never gone from, oh my God, my team lost, I hate my life, to holy. You know, like I am just happy to be here. My team got to play in a Super Bowl. I did not expect my team to be anywhere near there, so I was just happy to be here.
Chase, what have I said on here 100 times? You never know when you're going to be back.
Never know.
So it's
Our
it's-
reset 5
it's-
was a
it's-
steal.
it's
Yes, I
gotta-
agree, Ryan.
I think right now it's a slam dunk, Ruben Bain. I've had Akeem Mesidor here, his teammate, his running mate at Miami here, because I didn't think Bain would be on the board. I think this is slam dunk. You run the pick. You take 30 seconds. We're on the clock. I want you to put in Ruben Bain, edge, Miami. Send it.
They have a decent line.
I've had them going Kenyon Sadiq.
That's the other.
who's their edge?
That's the other thing is I've thought about with Tampa Bay is they need offense because they've lost. They've lost
Mike Evans, Godwin's injury
Godwin's
prone.
getting injured. Like it's.
Yeah, Godwin definitely is.
Sadiq is a steal.
Hold on,
Sadiq,
I don't
he's
wanna-
not a steal, but like
I don't want to
Luka's
spoil it
still
here,
over.
folks.
I
But
think he can fall though.
see, if you don't want to spoil it, this may spoil it. I don't
Well,
know.
they
I
have
said
they
didn't
have
spoil it.
Vita Vea, they have Elijah Cansey.
dude, there's no way this happened, bro.
I don't know who their edge is.
Tight end. Look, Payne Durham's our starting tight end.
Yeah,
So Kenyon
wow.
Sadiq would be a great fit here. But right now it's Yaya Diaby who's actually turned out he was thought of as kind of a potential steal day 2 guy in 2023, and he's been that for them. He's been great.
You know what's funny? It doesn't matter who they take.
but-
I'm of the belief that Todd Bowles is such an awful coach.
He
Hold
hates
on,
Todd Bowles.
my turn.
Rant
I
turn,
thought he
rant
was an
time.
awful. I thought he was. I couldn't believe it. Bruce Arians is the second best coach that I've ever witnessed outside of Bill. He turned the Cardinals into relevant. He made the Cardinals relevant. Can you believe that? He made the Cardinals relevant. And then when he went there, great. And I was like, oh man, when he's gone, you got to hire somebody. You got to bring in a guy. And you know who they brought in? Todd Bowles?
No, they didn't bring him in.
Jets?
He
I know
was
he's
already
the
on the
D
right. Yeah, he
coordinator.
was already the D coordinator.
You don't go out and get your new guy. You rely on Todd Bowles, and it's gone exactly how I thought it would.
Mediocre.
He's mediocre. That's what he is, and that's fine. He's a great defensive coordinator.
Mid. It's been mid.
He's an above-average defensive coordinator, but he's Aaron Glenn. That's what he is. He's a better Aaron Glenn. That's what it is.
I think he's a better Aaron Glenn because I think he's. You know, what I think he does. He does a lot with very little, but he's never going to do special things with special talent.
He's Mike McCarthy. I'm going to be honest. That's what he is. He's a defensive Mike McCarthy.
The highs and lows with him are they're not very high, not very low. He's pretty steady.
I
He's
think
steady.
Mike McCarthy is a
An
talent
average
merchant.
coach.
I think he's a talent merchant.
He's an average coach.
I think he's
Look,
coached some incredibly
look.
talented
Chris Braswell is another edge rusher. As much as I like Braswell coming out of Bama as like a pass rusher, you need somebody that can come honk off that edge. And I think that you ever heard that term before?
Honk off the
come
edge.
honking off the edge. Come honking off the edge. You never heard that? I've said that in front of you
I don't know
before.
what y'all freaking is going on right now, man.
Right, he be
You've
talking
never-
about freaky defenders honking off the edge.
Honking off the edge.
Bro,
I'm
I'm
still
talking about back shots.
Hey,
I don't know what's going on.
Did you
here.
never? Did you
Neither
never?
was him.
Did you never see the thing where it's like?
It's Freaky Thursday,
So it was
y'all.
a draft podcast, and they were like, "All right, is this from one of your player write-ups, or is this from like a romantasy smut book?" And the guy didn't know because we had to talk about he's got a great body, but you have to say
My
some-
personal
some-
favorite is when players be like, "Oh, dude, he's exploding through the gap."
Yeah.
Such ferocity.
He's penetrating through the hole. Like,
Dude, I am still on
Hold
cloud.
hold
I'm still on
it's
cloud nine.
timeout. It's got to be Ruben Bain. Shut up. No. I can predict he's my best player available in the draft.
I think he's a little upset.
Yeah,
I
he
think
fell, and
that's-
I think he's got the show.
He
Look,
looks like
He looks pissed.
he's
Hey, he's still in Florida.
He's got the short arms, but he's got explosiveness. He's 6'2", 263. He's a pretty thick guy. Again, he kind of struggles getting the first hand in
I
there.
like that their entire family is
Yeah.
matching. That's sick.
But what he does is he rushes the quarterback. He sets the edge. He can play that traditional. Look at that. I mean, he high motor guy. He had a great game against Indiana. My grandparents were asking me, so is there anyone on the field that we might draft? And I said, yeah, either edge guy for Miami, either him or Mesidor. And like every time they would make a play, I'd go there. That's one of them. And it was a lot of the plays. A lot of times I was going, there's Bain. Guess who? Ruben Bain. He's making plays. I mean, he is a really good player. He actually, I think, is maybe more of the higher ceiling, but also a high floor.
Bro, they literally pulled up a
think-
short arms graphic.
Yeah, I'm
for
gonna
this
say,
player.
do you believe that I think the
And
reason why
right
he
there is
fell
Only
actually,
Melvin
hold on,
Ingram.
Timeout. And right there is my compliment, which is Melvin Ingram, who was a really, really good player for the Chargers. I think that Ruben Bain can step in, and you have two really, really good edge players in Yaya Diaby and Ruben Bain Jr. I think it's a solid
I
pick.
think it's solid pick.
I think he probably fell
It's
because
solid.
of those
It's
arms,
good,
that
solid.
short arm thing.
And then so now we've got the New York Jets.
That's a steal, by the way, for the Bucks. I mean, that's a steal.
I-
That's an
Hold on.
absolute steal.
Can we give the Jets credit for one thing here?
What's up?
This is the Sauce Gardner pick. This is the Colts pick they got in this. They,
Oh, it was a great trade.
They
That
got
trade
2
was
first-round picks.
very well
They got 3
executed.
first-round picks between Gardner and they have Amy and
Quinnen.
Quinn, thank you. I'm like, who did we get? What was the guy we got? Like, and by the way, about Quinn Williams for us, like we basically traded a second-round pick. Because
Yep.
so it's a first next year, and it's the highest first that we have, so it could be us or Green Bay. He's still got a first round pick. We get those looks very good. So I think that I've kind of had this, and me and you've had Chase have had this mocked. I think Omar Cooper makes a lot of sense here, the receiver from Indiana for the Jets. I think receiver makes a lot of sense here. And guess who's on the board? Mekhi Lemon. I think this is slam dunk.
Lemon.
I think Mekhi Lemon, you run the pick up.
If I had Lemon off my board and my snipe pick was Omar Cooper Jr. here,
but the problem
but
is
Lemon's
that
on the board, yeah.
Yeah, they got nobody.
And look, my highest rated player right now is Jermod McCoy.
Oh wait, they do. They have Garrett Wilson. They have Adonai Mitchell. You gotta hope. I mean, I loved him, and he shows it. But
Detroit
man, he has
Jamal?
drop.
I was gonna say this about McCoy. I have Jermod McCoy as the 9th best player in the draft, but I'm gonna kind of put an asterisk next to him because of the knee, the ACL, and then there's something it's something to do with a bone in his knee. It's not the ACL, but there's something that they think could be that teams think could be degenerative. So he might have a Will Johnson type slide even in the second round. I mean, it's very possible. So the next lot, so the next high, what? So the next highest rated, what do you say?
I said just such a good pick for the Cards.
Yeah,
Will
it was
Johnson,
a great pick.
good
It was slam dunk.
Yeah.
I think that, so right now my highest rated players are Mekhi Lemon, Dylan Thieneman, Akeem Mesidor, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, and Monroe Freeling. And then, of course, with McCoy, those are the last of the first round grades. There's a decent chance that all my first round grades go on night one, which has never happened because I've always had enough first round grades to kind of bleed over into night two. The Jets have picked, so no trade. I thought maybe they might want to accumulate more picks, but I think Mekhi Lemon is a really solid pick here. I don't think you would have thought he was here. I don't think you expected him to be here. I think, this is actually going to help Dallas too. The teams after 12, right? With Ty Simpson going, that's a player that no one really thought might go there. So now that pushes Ruben Bain down that pushes Mekhi Lemon down, that pushes Dylan. It pushes all these guys that may have been going. They now get one step closer to a team.
And if they do go Lemon here, Seth, you have to admit, great draft for the Jets so far with Bailey and whoever they go here.
I don't have to admit anything.
It's solid.
But yeah, it's good.
How about this? They didn't screw it up. They didn't do
Right.
it. They didn't pull it. Jet.
It's one of those things.
Still need a quarterback.
When it comes to the draft,
They draft Garrett Nussmeier.
we can look
They
at this.
draft Garrett Nussmeier.
It's one of those things where when we look at the draft,
When they got Gino.
in
Yeah.
4 years, I mean, we might actually look back and say they did screw it up.
Look, we
But
might.
I think right now they've picked a lot of high floor.
Context. These are projections that we talk about players.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs might end up being the worst safety ever. He might end up being terrible, but we don't think he will. That's the thing. So area Jets receiver probably.
Lemon.
That's a pick.
That's
So-
a good. I like
Now
that.
that's-
They're going to go Kenyon Sadiq at pick 16. So it's
that's a
look
pick.
a true offensive weapon. You can line him up
he's
at
at home. I
receiver.
thought
It's a good pick.
You can. Here's the thing. He ain't a blocker.
No.
You are not lining him up in line and asking him to chip or do. He can maybe chip Dustin Keller, because if you go back and watch the Dustin Keller when the Jets drafted him, in I think 2007, Mike Mayock had a really funny moment on his little thing there where he said won't block. That's all I said was won't block. There is no he's not mincing words. I thought the same thing about Kenyon Sadiq, and there was a play. I did show Donnell this. And I'm not saying this is why he's going to be a bad player or anything. I'm just saying that it rubbed me the wrong way when I watched it on tape. It was against Penn State. He's helping combo block. I think it was a linebacker with
Hey, there's a good block.
with a tackle. And the tackle is the one mainly blocking the guy. The tackle puts him in the ground. Sadiq's got like one arm in there. Sadiq then stands over the guy and flexes his arm while his offensive lineman is over the guy. Meanwhile, on the play, the Oregon ball carrier has fumbled it, and Penn State is running with it the other way, and Kenyon Sadiq is standing there flexing.
I remember that play.
That's not what I want to see from
Ball don't lie.
he's like, and then immediately looks up and is like, oh crap, and he starts to run. But I mean, look,
Monroe Feeling just fell in the laps of the Lions.
4.39 from a tight end.
Yeah.
He's explosive. He's twitchy.
Dude,
he does
you
those
think
things.
they
But
go? That's insane. Mekhi Lemon,
who for the Lions?
Amon Ross, St. Brown.
No.
and
I'm saying
Jameson-
I've had the Lions
I've had
to
it
Monroe Freeling,
I've had it Monroe Freeling for
and he just
a
fell to
while.
them. I mean, look how fast that pick was in. Should be Freeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Freeling makes a ton of sense here. I don't really see any other offensive linemen that. I mean, look, Keelan Rutledge from Georgia Tech makes so much sense for Dan Campbell, but he's more of a day two guy. Although I've heard chatter that he could get into the back end of day one because of the fact that coaches love him.
And
But
expect any Cole Strange-esque picks tonight?
Keelan Rutledge would be the Cole Strange pick. He would be the kind of the guard that comes from Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Is that a day 2 guy?
Yeah.
Not Cole. That's not Cole Strange. That's not Cole Strange. He couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine Cole Strange levels.
I can picture you.
That
going,
man had a fifth.
I can picture you. Who? Oh wait, hold on. Seth, do you want to know who the N'Keal Harry in this draft is?
I just want to say, I have never been more right
we
about
go.
a player in my life than Keon Coleman. I said on draft night that man was N'Keal Harry, and I didn't understand why they took him. I have never felt, and I don't like watching receivers that much. I am not a receiver guy, but I saw that man, and I was like, this is N'Keal Harry. It's N'Keal Harry, and I remember that N'Keal Harry draft because I said, who?
Because you want a DK.
I want a DK. Is he? I thought he had all of it. I thought he
Yeah,
could count.
you thought he had everything. Look,
He's
Sadiq
not.
is a super close player. So now we're gonna go to the Lions. Didn't Taylor Decker retire? Their left tackle?
Yes.
Frank Ragnow.
Yeah, so it's tackle.
I thought they lost their center too, Frank Ragnow, right?
Yeah.
That was like a last year. And
But
they
but,
struggled.
but,
with
but,
center.
but the centers are day 2 guys. I really think this is Monroe Freeling. I mean,
Did they-
I'm also pretty sure there was a quote, by the way, going back to Downs real quick, because I saw something about it. There was a quote that teams like say, and it was a quote, no chance in hell Downs falls out of the top 10, by the way.
Well, they were wrong.
Oh,
But
Man, only the Cowboys, man. Only the Cowboys.
this is so far from the Cowboys draft.
Dude.
yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
this is like the most exciting thing since CD. I mean, we weren't expected to get CD. He fell to us, but this might be even more hype.
yeah, because
for what we
the
need,
Micah pick was great in hindsight, but people were pissed.
I was
'cause
pissed.
Surtain.
I just wanted Sertan, and we got jumped. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Look, I know we're not. I hate that we're not talking a ton about the Lions pick because it feels pretty slam dunk. Monroe Freeling fits right there. I think he fits what Dan Quinn. I say Dan Campbell all the time. What Dan Campbell wants to do, especially with the toughness and doing those things.
And catching touchdowns.
I mean, yeah.
You know he's going to.
Yeah. Hey, that would have been Proctor then to go catch the ball.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to permanently move Panay to left and then move him to
I think they're talking about that.
But
Yeah.
no, but the thing is, Freeling was left tackle at Georgia, so he's got experience there.
Would you
so it's
rather?
fine.
Would you rather take a guy you know is what? He's the best right tackle in the league right now. He'd still be top 2. Who else would be in line?
I'm simply saying that you don't have to kick Panay
No, you don't
over
have
if you
to,
don't want
but-
to. They did add Juice Scruggs. He's probably their center, so I think they feel good about center. Mekhi Lemon is falling at this point.
Yeah.
Of course there have been.
Well,
he had that really weird thing at the combine. he was kind of answering real.
And then they
kinda
also
weird.
his pro
He was
day,
just-
his 40 looked weird. That's what they were talking about.
It was just he was just sus isn't the right word because that's too unprofessional. But just what's what I'm looking for, Donnell? Just
Really, we're gonna focus on unprofessionalism after what we were talking about earlier. That's
Yeah.
that really
Wow, CJ
no, I'm not saying that he should fall because of it. I'm saying that's why he is falling.
It's a weird. It's a weird presence. Let's say like that.
is a
Yeah.
weird pro. Oh, that's crazy.
He's an oddball.
He's an odd. Has an odd
In
presence.
football, being too odd, I did
He
not
was
know was a
like-
possibility.
That's actually
You
a really
know,
good point. Football
I
players.
would love to play football. And you know what I'm saying? We gonna do what we gotta do. You know,
That's kind of he was kind of rocking back and forth and
no,
just
it-
kind of.
like his eye. You like, yeah. Like, what's your question, right? What's that?
Look,
it's kind of bad.
He had devious thoughts in his brain. I don't know what he was thinking.
Do y'all think that Carolina is praying that Lemon
No,
falls
that's
to
exactly
Carolina?
what I was thinking. I saw
Oh,
that
here
and
we
I
go.
was like,
Oh wait, it's gonna be a fan announcement.
I think with Leggett being below what you
Yeah.
expected, and then Tet looks really good, but you could always go for one more guy. And with
And just to talk about it,
Zakino.
Dallas is about to be on the clock again.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see who we get. Again, I'm still team trade back. If Mekhi Lemon is on the board there at 20, does Dallas go? Hey, does any teams calling that like the Chargers that
100%.
could really use a receiver?
You thought I was joking. You thought I was lying.
Are you showing him a picture?
No.
Yeah,
That's
he's
crazy. Bro.
yeah, he's like,
That's so crazy.
all right, hold on, it's gonna be
Gonna ground it.
yeah. He's just odd.
That would make me so.
What did you do? What did
We're
you
not
do?
we're not muted.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
No one gonna stop getting the end zone. Bro.
We knew they
so
were
they
going to
go
tackle.
Blake Miller, tackle him comes in, and this is gonna sound so bad, and I want to make this clear that I don't hate players that are in the draft. Like I want every
doesn't
single.
like Clemson players,
I want every single player that gets picked, all 256, to all succeed. Right? I want them all to succeed. I want them all to live their dreams and be great.
I don't.
But Blake Miller is one of.
Look at the club.
If they on my opponent's team,
I am
hope
an
they
SEC
don't.
hater. I'm not even Division One. I'm
But
FCC.
Blake Miller is one of my least favorite prospects in the draft that was being talked about going day one. Lions fans, I don't want to rip him, but he reminds me of Terrence Steele. His anchor is average. He's grabbing more than he's punching in his pass pro. He does not have knockback power. The amount of times where in the run game he would hit a guy and the guy wouldn't even move, it was alarming.
Is this at the
to
first
me.
level or second level? Like we're talking D lineman or
D lineman. He had no.
So anybody his size or
Yeah, so he could hit. Yeah, you saw the thing. Nasty finisher. Yeah, against linebackers. It's like with me and Donnell, we've watched film. Look at that. He put the safety in the dirt. Yeah, he put the safety.
I would hope someone that size could put a safety in the dirt.
If I was actually good at football, and me and him were like, I was pulling, I met him, on the line. If I can't put him in the
should
ground,
be like
something's
a
wrong with
truck
me.
meeting a bug. That's what it should be like.
Yeah. Okay, so here comes the Vikings pick. It's Fast and Furious. Got to be Thieneman.
I think it's
His comp is Harrison
I've mocked
Smith.
Thieneman the entire
It
time.
makes so
Yeah.
much sense. But do they go? Do they need? Do they need a line? It's going to be.
He's not my favorite. He's not my.
Jordan
second
Addison's
favorite.
had problems, so Mekhi Lemon could be another fit here because Jordan Addison. Caleb Banks is actually, I think, one of the players that people don't really like, and I showed you some of his highlights because this guy, when he reminds me a lot of Walter Nolan from last year. When he flashes on the field, he looks like he could be a top 10 pick. The problem is there are plays that I'm not going to say that he takes plays off or anything like that.
Oh, Dallas traded back. Philadelphia jumped up.
With Philly, we have traded with Philly a few times. It's crazy. Micah was that. Look, he's a flash player, and he got hurt. I think he hurt his foot, and then he had a stress fracture in his foot at the combine. And he actually he did the test with the stress fracture, didn't know it. Pretty insane.
Wow.
But you're gonna watch this. He's long arms, can play one technique,
He's
three
huge.
technique. He's
6'6" for a
he's a
defensive
ginormous
massive.
guy.
Yes.
I'm trying to find
Knockback
him on
power
my
is insane.
board.
He's a
Yeah.
violent player.
Where the
Very,
heck
very violent.
did he get?
Everything he does.
If I saw a 6'6", 300 man running at me like that, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
Look, and I
Because you have a lot of D linemen. Some of them play
He's-
with more like a
he's-
softness. They play big, but he plays violent. And being that big and playing that violent is a hard.
he's one of those players that I think he's a bit of a projection, but if you can try to capture more of his flash plays than when he's taken off, he reminds me of Gervon Dexter, which was another Florida guy. Look, what did he hurt this year? He hurt. I'm looking to at this combine. He had a stress fracture in his foot, and he's going to be back in June. He'll be fine. But it's just, can you get him to play? Can you get more of the good plays than the bad plays?
Let me be honest.
Simple.
Absolutely. Think about
Yeah.
where he's going. Think about who's playing under.
Yeah,
Brian Flores is one
Flores.
of the best in the. I think he's one of the best.
I mean,
in the
you look at his
training.
measurables.
I'm a little biased when I say that, but I
Banks
wanted
is
him to be
6'6",
really-
327 with 35-inch arms. I mean, that's a massive human being. I mean, it is. He can get. He makes good first initial contact.
Is he a nose?
No, he's probably. I mean, he could play a nose probably, but he could play the one tech. He could play three tech.
He's probably going to play outside.
He can line up anywhere in the interior. He can line up A gap, B gap. He can do anything. He can stunt. He's so good. It's just he only played 3 games last season, so it's kind of like I had to watch 2024 tape because he 3 games. I couldn't find games on him this year, so I had to. So you're projecting him a little bit, but if you can get him to get more consistent, that's what I'm looking for. I mean, that could be a slam dunk pick. He's worth the 18th overall pick if you can get those plays to be more consistent.
It's one of those things where the
And
Vikings,
Brian Flores,
the Vikings, I think, they don't believe in 9, but they definitely believe in Kyler. I don't think it's really a hard decision. between
Interesting. So
McCarthy
Dallas does not get a day 2 pick.
What was it, 114?
Dallas gets 114 and 137. So I think it's 2 4s.
You
That's
get
not
2
bad.
4s. You
2
get
4s.
You
So-
give
2
up
4s? Okay.
5
Okay,
to
so
other
think of it
guys.
like this.
So what we give up our round 2 for?
We moved back 3 spots.
We went to 23
Yeah, that's a great.
We
deal
moved
for
back
y'all.
3 spots. We got 2 4s.
because I think that the board is following how the Cowboys want.
Yeah.
McCoy's going to be there. Mesidor might be there. I mean,
Measure would be great. I think if they wanted to go corner, Pons, Johnson, Johnson's
they have got. They could trade back again.
I'll get Chris Johnson before I get Pons.
You know what? I actually think I still think Keldrick Fox is probably the move that they're going to make. I think someone on the front. And Keldrick Fox is another one of those guys. He's young. He's 20 years old.
You know what? I'm fine with it. I don't care.
He's a projection.
Downs-
You're hoping
Downs
he'll
is
run
Cowboy.
touchdown.
Caleb Downs is
Downs is
Cowboy.
going to play edge. Caleb Downs is going to play defensive tackle. Caleb Downs is going to play inside linebacker and
probably
outside
could.
linebacker.
You might play
I want 11
do you-
man personnel. All Caleb
Will Downs blitz up the middle? Will he come in on a safety blitz?
Yeah, he'll come down. He can
mean,
play
blitz
1 on
his
11.
tail
Caleb
off.
Downs versus.
I want my quarterback to be Caleb Downs.
I just think. I mean, his
I just need
his
that
coverage is just so elite. I
Since
just
he was 8 years old.
I mean, look, this is
That's
definitely.
more, that's more than Johnny Manziel ever watched. I don't know what to say. He was
This
probably
is-
like 9 years old and watched more tapes than Manziel ever
This
did.
is definitely Mekhi Lemon territory for the. I mean, because I think I had them going a receiver. I think I had them going like Casey Concepcion because I had all the other receivers off the board. But I mean, they've got the board set up nicely with the quarterback going, and now like Caleb Banks going and some Blake Miller going.
Yeah, some other guys. we
Some of
didn't
these
expect.
more higher rated guys, I think, are falling to some of these teams, and it's setting up nicely for these teams.
I'm
really.
hoping that the boards really don't fall a lot on edge. I mean, that's the Patriots' biggest need. I'm now that tight end is off the board. I was really hoping that tight end not.
It's a really good point.
Class.
We basically got Downs for nothing because
Yes.
we traded 2 5s.
You guys actually improved.
and now we just got 2 4s.
Yeah, you guys. I would make the argument you guys. Improved.
It's a good bit of business. So
just let's see if we get with our second first here.
yeah, but
coming up.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I wonder if they take 2 of those 4s and try to get back into the 3rd round tomorrow night. If there's
You
a
guys
player
have a
they
third?
like, we have 92.
Okay.
It's gonna be a long night tomorrow for the Cowboys people because
because-
we have it's 92. That's how far we're gonna go.
Bro,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
My team has been
Oh.
picking towards the top of the draft almost every
It's so
year since
beautiful.
I've been alive.
He's not getting. He's probably going to wear
Except
number
for a
2
few.
though.
I know, but who's number 2? Do we have a 2?
I don't think we do.
Dallas is also receiving a 2027 7th. That's literally nothing.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey, don't say that. Don't say that.
Hey,
The
man.
Niners got
yeah, it's true.
Mr.
Hey,
Irrelevant.
Tom
on
Brady
their
was
roster.
pick 199.
Yeah.
Here we go. The Panthers pick. Yeah, that's great value.
Great value for Freeland.
I have him
Yeah.
as the second best tackle in the draft. I think that I think he was a 1-year starter, which is going to give people some. But again, he's playing at Georgia.
So,
Of course, he's a
get
1-year
better than
starter. So I mean, if you're going to be a 1-year starter somewhere, Georgia's
That
not a
is
bad
the
place to be a
perfect
1-year
place.
starter. As you always said when we watched Georgia tape, they got guys.
They always.
They got guys. So,
Huge.
Mom is a yoga instructor.
so he knows how to bend. Then that's a very interesting.
Who? Why would they?
Yeah, he can bend and anchor. He's very balanced. He can mirror really well. He's Blake Miller, but he has a lot more knockback than because they both have the sweet feet and that kind of stuff. But he can actually get some movement in the run game, which is huge. And you're going to see the combo block here. He's going to work to that linebacker, combo him, work. I mean that's textbook. That's
nice.
perfect.
That's
Running
so
lane
nice.
just opens up. I think this is perfect for the Panthers. I think you're wanting to protect your quarterback, and I think this is great value for him. I had him as the 17th player. He was the last of my first-round grades. Not left on the board, but just like he was the last rated first-round player that like I had on the entire board.
It's so funny. Bryce Young is one of those guys who I when we had that debate a
Yeah.
few years ago, you were a Stroud guy, I was a Young guy.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because I mean after that first year, I was like, damn,
Stroud got it. Yeah.
Stroud had it, and now we're sitting here and Stroud.
Is this Lemon?
Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean,
You know what?
Eagles
This
could
is
be going up for
Lemon.
Lemon because AJ Brown
A.J.
is probably a Patriot.
Is he an X?
Yeah,
This is our pick.
This is our pick.
No,
We
no.
traded-
Is
He said
he
he's
an X? Is he an X?
Because
The
AJ
receiver.
Brown's an X, and they already have a Lemons type of guy in
Yeah.
Devontae.
Then
Omar
But I
Cooper.
think-
That's very unfortunate.
Look, we know that Howie Roseman loves the value picks, and this is a great value pick. The 13th best player after McCoy, he was my best player. Sucks to have the Eagles get a good player, but I'll take 2 4s and a 7 next year, which is just it's nothing, but it's cool. But it was probably just to get the value right. Yeah, 2 4s is fine. And they take Mekhi Lemon.
They have I would say they have such an insane receiver core, but we don't know.
He was the
We don't know
he was
right
the Bolitnikoff winner this year in college football.
Devontae Smith, and then now you had like a a guy like this that can get open at any time.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
a playmaker. It's tough. It is a tough piece to see twice. A
Think
year.
Jalen
Is
Waddle.
Jay- well, the
think
thing-
think Jalen Waddle with him.
The question
Yeah,
really is going to be, and I say this as a Jalen Hurts believer, but can he? Yeah, hey,
But can he
hey,
get him the
he's
ball?
got one of these. all right?
Actually,
And he's gonna wear it on his
this
ring, too,
this would
right?
be perfect because Hurts can't throw the ball more than 10 yards down the field, and so you just throw the ball 10 yards on the field and have him run.
Clearly that
He can
works.
throw farther
Tom
than
Brady
10
made a
yards.
career of not throwing that beat down.
Except in
downfield.
07. 07 was the one year where he let it fly.
Well, actually, you know what? He was a downfield thrower in Tampa more than he was anywhere else, even us.
he had Evans.
Well, because he had
Evans and Godwin and AB and Gronk. I mean, that's
Yeah.
I could succeed. No, I couldn't. But I say I
No, you can get some passes in. I'm trying. I swear to God.
Do you think we trade down again? Just keep
If you make enough reads, if you make
sailing back and getting picks.
I think it depends on who goes here. I mean, yeah, if they think that their guy's still going to be there, trade back.
So Mekhi Lemon, look, think more speedy, better. He's probably. I kind of said all three guys are a little bit different. Tate is more of the physical, gritty guy. Tyson is kind of the do everything guy, jack of all trades, master of none. He's the speedy, get him an open field and let him go run. That's what Mekhi Lemon can do. Again, won the Blitnikoff, so he was the nation's best receiver last year. Obviously, you know he's doing the thing in the mirror right now. He's doing the little he almost looks like a snake.
It's his own snap. It's his own
Hey, it's its
swag,
own
man.
swag, and if he ends up being a great player, that's a heck of a value for the Eagles.
I'm just gonna say they need to be on alert, bro. After watching that combine and the way he was
Watch
looking at
out.
them
Hold on,
reporters,
hold on.
he
I
was
just
looking
want
at
to
them
say
like
this.
future victims.
This
I don't know what
this
to
is
say.
now one of the most interesting locker rooms with Jalen Carter and
God.
and AJ Brown and
Well, Brown's probably not gonna.
well
be
yeah,
on
but okay, with like the personalities of Jalen Carter and like Mekhi Lemon
Yeah.
and Nick Sirianni, like it's just a very unique team.
It's the Eagles. It's the Eagles.
Hey, they're. I mean, look, you're gonna see some tape here, and so see Seth here. So you get to watch tape now. I mean, he can get those tough yards, but get him an open space. He's a really good route runner.
Dude, no, he's a
He's got
playmaker.
good hands. He can return kicks and punts for you, so he offers that
playmaker,
flexibility.
dude.
I mean, the guy is a really good
Lord,
receiver.
That is a scary. Run. That is a scary catch.
Yeah.
That's an awful.
But
Throw.
look at the speed. He's so smooth. He's not really twitchy, but he's got some explosiveness. I think it's a great pick, and I think I think the Eagles were really worried because if you look at Pittsburgh and the
Oh, God,
Chargers,
yeah, they need receivers.
both of them need receivers.
No, dude, Chargers need O line bad.
That they need both. They need both.
Well, do they actually need O line, or were they just that hurt? Like they don't.
I
need
had them reaching on
tackles.
Emmanuel. I mean, not reaching. I mean, he's probably a second-round player. Pregnon, Emmanuel, or guard out of Oregon.
I mean,
but
yeah, because all the Proctor's off the board.
Yeah, right.
I think. Look,
I think Pregnon could be a big possibility here.
Ihanachor.
Shore.
Sorry, Ihanachor would be logical, but I think I've had him pegged as a Patriots pick potentially at 31 because the pro day and Vrabel and doing the stuff and you're doing the drills with them.
Yeah,
But
I don't think we take O line. If we didn't, the only O lineman we need is tackle.
hey, day 3 is going to be a great day for the Cowboys because now we got three
Yeah.
3 4th round picks.
I think
And
the Pats have like 4 fifths or something like that. It's crazy this year.
so those 4th round picks, I mean, they definitely have. You can find starters in the 4th round. The 4th round is the last round where you can still find starters. Once you get into the 5th, the 6th, and the what?
I don't. I think that could be said about pretty much any round, right? I don't.
Okay,
think
let me.
you should-
You want me to rephrase it then?
I prefer, yeah.
The 4th round is where you are the last round where you are more likely to find a guy that can step in and start day 1. 5th, 6th, 7th, you're taking guys that maybe he got injured, maybe he for me, I'm going to give the perfect example of what a day 3 pick looks like. It's Patrick Payton from LSU. He dominated in 2023 on Florida State. He was opposite Jared Verse. He was his running mate. 2024, that whole program sucked. It was bad. He goes to LSU. He had like 2 sacks, was a complete non-factor. He's the perfect day 3 pick because he's shown talent. Go watch that 2023 tape. The man he was looked at as this ascending first round, potentially top 10 talent, right? Now he's may not even get drafted, but take him in the 6th round. The risk is we burned a 6th round pick, but the reward is if we can find that 2023 Patrick Payton again, this guy can start for me in the 6th round.
No
Straight
way
back.
he's getting a Caleb Downs jersey already.
Are you buying a Caleb Downs?
I was
jersey?
looking to see if it was like available, but like I'm actually going to wait
Give
because
it a couple days.
we don't know what his number.
Are
We
you
don't know
gonna
what his
buy one?
number is yet.
Depends. It depends on what number.
You know what's crazy is I always said that this is
It says 1 on here right now.
so for
That's what I was saying.
hold
I
on.
went to get his
For
jersey.
150.
So my Christmas gift was a custom for my family. It's Wilson 99 with so it's my number. And it's pretty cool because I remarked to them one time like, man, I'm tired of buying jerseys for my teams because I buy and they leave. I had Cooper, and then I had Micah. This sucks.
I got Gronk, I got Brady. That's it.
And now, literally a few months after that Christmas, I have a favorite player.
Yeah.
And it's Caleb Downs.
I wore my Micah jersey because I knew we were
now
going defense.
the hometown team, Pittsburgh Steelers, go, hey, the board set up really nicely for them because Casey Concepcion, Omar Cooper, and Denzel Boston, all three of those receivers are available for them.
It's so funny. I don't know who they have a quarterback right now.
It's Will Howard right now.
And Rodgers, if they bring him back.
I was going to say, if Rodgers was their guy, this is where I would have wanted Simpson to go.
Yeah.
I think this is because Rodgers.
I think
has
the Cardinals
5
are.
years.
I think the Cardinals are pissed.
I think they're.
I think they wanted to trade into the end of the first and get him.
I think it's actually very good
Yeah.
that they didn't because I'm going to be honest, they're going to suck. They're going to be bad. I love Jacoby Brissett. He is a perfect bridge quarterback.
I agree. Brissett's a very
But
underrated
next
quarterback.
year is the year for quarterbacks and receivers.
Do you think has Brissett become the new Andy Dalton, where he's
The Andy Dalton line?
perfectly
Yeah.
average? To
He's
me,
never gonna not have a
he's
spot
he's so average.
I also think when you have people like Jeremiah Love and you have decent receivers, I think, and an okay O line and an elite tight end to Trey McBride, it's kind of hard not to at least get a few wins. And as long
Yeah.
as and the man actually broke.
Oh, wait,
Rodgers'
crap. Hold on.
interception stuff.
Selection. Receiver, maybe O-line, and the last
Probably receiver.
the last guy in the offensive line category would be Max Ionichor from
It's
Arizona State.
Cade Klubnik.
Tackles are
I,
coming.
I just so here's that tackle run. Here goes Blake Miller. Here goes Bruno Filling. Here goes Maxi Hanachor. By the way, I want to say I guarantee you that nowadays they put pronunciations because there's no way you would pronounce that Hanachor.
No.
God,
I
no.
always pronounced it. I always pronounced it.
Ionachor.
Ionachor.
Yeah.
I always thought that was how you pronounced it, but no, it's Hanachor. Look, this is so. I'm gonna take the floor here as the O-line guy because this is one of the most interesting stories. As Donnell's dropping Pringles down over here. This is one of the most interesting stories in the entire draft. He has not been playing football for that long. He started playing at the JUCO level. He didn't play in high school. He was a basketball player.
Oh, okay. Okay, he was an athlete.
So
then.
he was in LA. He plays.
Huge dude.
I remember like when Rico Gathers. made
So
the
he was
NFL.
a
Who had
JUCO
him
guy.
on a basketball court?
He took a full season to. He basically didn't even play. He was just practice. He just learned how to play. 2022 he plays a little bit, and then he became a full-time starter in 2020. In 2023 transferred. In 2022 he started at the JUCO level. 1 year of just not playing, right? And then 2022 becomes a starter. 2023 transfers. So he's only been playing the position for 5 years. That is not a lot of time, right? That's enough time for what that would be like if I played my 1 year in high school and then now we're playing 4 years in college and now I'm getting drafted, right? I'm not that, and you see that sometimes in his tape where you can see the inexperience. You can see him not be as savvy. Savvy veteran pass rushers are going to give him problems because they're going to be able to set stuff up and he's not going to be ready for it. He does struggle to adjust sometimes, but the athleticism is there, the movement skills are there, the power is there. It's one of those, if he had more of the awareness, football IQ stuff, he would probably be the second best tackle in the draft behind Maui Noah.
Would you guys like a funny legal incident here?
Go ahead.
So you bring up names and pronunciations.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are at the Supreme Court level and they mispronounce your name, that court decision, because it's like Brown v. Board, right? Harrison v. Wilson, right? Nah. If they pronounce that shiz Harrison, it doesn't matter what your name is no more. That's Harrison v. Wilson from now on.
Really?
I am not kidding. Yep, that is the name of the case.
That is.
Doesn't matter what your name is.
One time go at it. If they stutter, then you have to
Hold
start
on.
every time.
The
That's
Cowboys
right.
also
That's
gave
what
up.
it is.
Hold on.
Listen.
The Cowboys actually also
Roby
gave up
Wilson.
a. So So the Cowboys, the official trade is numbers 23, 114, and 137 to Dallas. Eagles receive number 20 and number 218 from Dallas. So our seventh. So we actually flipped them a 7th round pick this year.
Okay.
That's fine. It's a 7th round pick. I don't care.
Well, we're on the clock, or after this.
Yeah, we're on the
No,
clock.
you guys are on the clock.
Well,
We're on
yeah,
the clock.
you're
I
on
mean,
the clock.
our pick could be in. We don't know. They haven't announced the Chargers yet. Chargers, their choice of receivers are on the board. It's one of those guys. Pick which one do you want.
Yeah, they got the terrorist Greg Roman over there.
Because
So.
Ihanachore's off. If you wanted to go Emmanuel Pregnone, or you wanted to go Jalen Farmer from Kentucky, or you wanted to go Keelan Rutledge from Georgia Tech, those are the other guards that are available. Looking at my tackle board, oh, I didn't put Ihanachore. Hold on, that's my mistake. 21. Oh, that would have been bad. He's still on the board. What the hell? And then he's off. I am tackled. My next one is like Lomu, who's my back end second round. So I mean, it's just the tackles. There's probably no more that are going to go today. I maybe Lomu. There's been talk, but I doubt it. So they go
Mesidor.
Akeem Mesidor. Look, if it wasn't for some injury red flags and the fact that he's going to be 25 in his rookie, season,
Yeah, that's old.
he is one of
He's ready right now. He's ready.
He is one of
He's
the
older
best.
than you, and there's somebody in this draft who's younger than you. So think about that.
Yeah, he's older than me. It's okay.
I mean, just to put this
Yeah,
into
like,
yeah. I
Brock
mean,
Bowers was born in like 04.
wait, hold on,
right?
time out. He actually might be older than you, Chase.
I think Brock Bowers.
Huh?
Yeah, Brock Bowers was 04.
Mesidor is older
He's
than me.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're 20. What? 20,
24.
24. Yeah.
But he looks.
He look grown.
But he looks super grown.
Who? Mesidor.
No,
No, Brock Bowers.
So Mesidor has been in college since 2020. By the way, there's been guys there's guys in this draft that are in college that have been in college for 2019.
Bro, what?
Yes.
How did they keep their? Is it because COVID eligibility?
So they got the COVID
And
year,
then
and then
injuries
and then injuries and stuff like that. Like
So
Mesidor,
so some of them get COVID, injuries.
Mesidor's missed a lot of games.
You know what? You know what I'm thinking about right now. You know the QB from Ole Miss who just got his eligibility renewed.
Trinidad. Yeah.
This would have been a good year for him to come out. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot of maybe he needs another year to get into that first round category. But like, I'm gonna be honest, I think he's.
So Mesidor reminds me a ton of DeMarcus Lawrence.
Then if he is, then I would let him do that year at Ole Miss though.
Say Mesidor first round grade reminds me a ton of DeMarcus Lawrence. Plays with a ton of power, great run defender, football IQ guy. Literally, the weaknesses are he's old and he's had injury problems. That's it. There's no problem with the game. He would probably be he would potentially be the best edge rusher in the class if it wasn't for those things.
You're forgetting something very
What?
important. He grew up in Canada, bro.
What?
He grew up in Canada, bro.
Yeah, he's not real.
Haven't like borderline Canadian.
We actually are still on the clock. I have to wonder if they're again mulling another trade.
I don't mind a trade back. There's a few guys I want. There's still a few guys on the
You know
board
what's
that
funny
I
is
want.
I've never seen a team do that. Trade back twice. It's rare, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's rare.
yes, you have.
Have I?
Yeah, my team does that
Oh yeah.
all the
Oh
time.
yeah, no, I
We're
have
the
because I've watched those old
kings.
drafts and they have yeah.
The Patriots are no
trade. Yeah, never mind.
And the Patriots.
Hold on. Where's the
premier-
where's the laughter button to me? Because like I was, yeah, my bad.
He's a
My
clown.
bad. My bad.
Maybe it's on the next.
All right, we're going. All right, is there a Tyler offensive lineman? Is there a Tyler offensive lineman? Let me see. Is there any? I don't think there's any Tylers.
Oh, is that y'all? Is
Yeah.
that for you guys?
Tyler
like,
Guyton, Tyler Smith, Tyler Booker.
The Patriots had at one point we had Jonathan Jones. Oh gosh. Oh no.
Jack Jones.
We had Jack Jones,
Marcus
Jonathan
Jones.
Marcus Jones. We had Cyrus Jones a few years before
Yeah.
that. We had Mac Jones. Jones was the thing for us.
They're like they got Jones.
Dude,
back
we're
there.
milking the clock. I have to say that it's
They gotta be trying to trade up.
they're looking to trade. They're looking to trade back.
They have to, yeah.
Which would be great. I'd love another trade. Get maybe again. Who would be a team? Who would be
Get
coming
to the
up?
day two.
You know what I could see? The safeties are falling, and is there a team that really wants to get back up and get a
Will we go
safety?
two safeties?
unironically-
No, I wouldn't go two rookie safeties. I wouldn't do that.
I unironically could see us doing it.
Well, and
Yeah,
remember, who's our top free agent signing? Was Jalen Thompson.
Thompson, yeah.
So you don't want to just
Our second safety is Kevin. No, I think Kevin Byard is a great pickup.
Yeah, he
but
is.
outside of and I'm going to be honest, I think the fact that Craig Woodson went so under the radar, him and Gonzo were the only two guys in the Super Bowl who kept making it really an impact. I think if you want to go pick up safety and have a third rotational guy, I mean, this is the time to do it. But honestly, if you're New England,
Oh, we haven't talked about it too. Not re-signed, but extended Brandon Aubrey for what the pick is in. So we stuck in pick.
All right.
All right, let me throw a bunch of names out there. They're not going safety. They're not going McCoy because they've said no red shirts. If they want to go corner, Chris Johnson makes a ton of sense out of San Diego State. Avion Terrell makes some sense out of Clemson. Colton Hood makes a ton of sense out of Tennessee. I mean, it'd be really cool if Keith Abney goes here at 43 on my board. If
you don't understand,
so just for some context, Keith is we both played with Keith at Waxahachie. Of course, Dono playing DB was in the room with him, like good friends. Like me and Keith, like he knows who I am. If he saw me, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, Brady, hey, what's up, Brady?" Right? Like because he would play on offense. Like we, would talk a little bit, but like we're both excited. Like this man is not going to Friday Night SmackDown tomorrow night. And one of the big reasons was we wanted to watch Keith get drafted together because this is really cool to see to say it'll probably be the only time in my career I get to say I played with him and point to an NFL player.
Yeah.
I played with a guy.
I'll be able to say I played with an NFL
I will
player.
only ever be able to say that I played with
Brett.
Yeah. But no. But in a different sport, baseball player.
Oh yeah, JT. Yeah, the Rockies. Yeah,
I played with a guy. I played with a first round pick in the NBA.
Did you really?
RJ Hampton.
That's right, you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I forgot about that. You did, yeah. So you're
basketball with him.
Joining the club, yeah. Look, I mean, okay. So
Dude, I mean, did we just take Daneman and McNeil-Warren?
So those are the corners.
I like Emmanuel more than Daneman.
If they want to go edge,
they have him above him too.
The edges are all there. I love it. Lost Logan Wilson. Oh, eliminating a big hole at linebacker.
Hey, my CJ Allen pick.
Hold on. I was gonna say we've got to go through positions here. Edge, Cassius Howell, R. Mason Thomas, Malachi Lawrence, T.J. Parker, Zion Young. If they want to go linebacker, it's C.J. Allen, who. Oh, sorry. I saw us saying.
Do not intend to
C.J.
trade
Allen.
him.
We did. Not sign. We brought in his position coach from Georgia. He's now our linebacker coach.
Here we go.
So could be Jake Rodriguez. I'm very excited. I honestly don't care because it's Caleb Downs.
Audrey says happy sports ball to us. Rage bait.
Malachi Lawrence, another guy, UCF. We brought in a UCF coach, their linebackers coach. Malachi Lawrence is my 32nd rated player on the board.
That's a good pick.
And so he's in range. I'll say it like that. To trade back and get a guy like him is fantastic. He can play the outside linebacker spot in what Christian Parker is going to be bringing to our defense. This probably means that Rashawn Gary might be playing a little more inside.
Bro.
Were you thinking of Uzi? You thinking of Uzi?
No, I'm not even thinking Uzi. I'm just thinking like, imagine when you sitting there, and you're like, man, I gotta come up with something to describe this man.
Juicy.
You know what he is?
He's
Very happy with that.
Okay, so
it's some grown white man.
So let me
help
you out here, Donnell. So he can bend, explosive, quick twitch athlete. He's got some counter moves. He uses his hands, great hand technique. His weaknesses, he's a bit underweight, so 253, but he's gonna be the outside linebacker. He's not really a set the edge guy. He will fall for some of the eye candy stuff in the backfield, some misdirection stuff. He will kind of fall for it. But overall, I think I said he'd be best to start out in more of a rotational role at first and then become more of a starter in year 2. I stand by that. I think it's a great pick. I think Dallas has improved their defense spectacularly today.
Would you say it's Uzi?
It's Uzi.
I'm sorry. I gotta
Uzi.
spend one more second on this.
Wait.
They looked at a grown man. They looked at a grown
said
man. They looked at a
juice.
grown man. They said, you know what that boy is? That boy juicy.
You know what?
What?
Wait,
can't
hold
even
on.
describe somebody's
time
game
out.
as
What's
juicy.
more?
He plays in such a juicy way.
Time
Like,
out.
what
Time
does that
out.
even mean?
What's more sus? Him saying it or you going right there in your head?
Nah, dog. No, bad. How you look at a grown man and say juicy?
What you would?
He said,
What he should say?
He pretty much said, no, I'm not gonna say that.
By the way, I'm sorry. You won't be able to use this on your portfolio.
No, because you will hear me say he plays with juice.
Okay. I understand what they're getting at.
But he's playing. For example, how
he ain't playing juicy.
Like what type of player plays juicy? A player that his play style is juicy.
But I would say
he don't play with juice. Tell me what man played with juicy. I'm looking at you like Makai Lemon and looking at them journalists, bro.
Okay, Makai Lemon.
My play style, I always want to be juicy in my life.
The draft show has devolved into chaos.
Hey, I'm here. I'm here for entertainment.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I am I'm the Skip Bayless. I need to talk about LeBron and Brady.
Well, that's a great pick.
I need to mention Michael Jordan every 5 seconds. What else does Skip Bayless do?
My comp for him is Josh Sweat, by the way.
Huh?
My comp
Josh
for him
Sweat,
is Josh
okay.
Sweat.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Put your glasses back on now,
I
bud.
did. What?
Talking about, he said, what does Skip Bayless do?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to. I need a whole bunch of that too.
Yeah, I think Malachi. No, I agree. Saying it's juicy is stupid. Saying he plays with some juice, that makes sense, right?
No, it said
What?
I'm just watching the Cowboys post, just Downs walking down. Just one of the comments. Trey Terrence Steele. It's so out of it's
so
not even part of the,
random.
the
That's
conversation.
so random. And look,
The Browns pick is in.
I think the best
Oh,
part.
wait, I'm sorry. I got us so off track.
I think the best part with Malachi Lawrence is that you didn't get him at 20. You traded back and got him.
Yeah.
And so you didn't have to. You
got your value back and you got the guy you
You
want.
got a player plus
trade
2
up-
fourth-round
yeah,
picks.
you trade up one to get
I
Caleb
love it.
to
I
go
love it.
back down.
I love what Dallas has done today. Let's talk about Cleveland.
Which is something rare to say.
Receiver, they're all there. Again, those
Ends
guys,
up Boston, yeah.
the
Cooper.
Omar Coopers, those guys, they're all there for them. I look.
You gotta go.
You know the Raiders are hoping Cooper falls to them at what would that be, 33, 4, 5, 36, because then they would just pair up the teammates.
Yeah.
But he's probably not going to fall that far.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
If I'm Cleveland,
Raiders can trade up.
and this is to me
BPA?
And no, I mean yes, but this is an indicator pick. Do you actually believe Shador is your guy? Because I'm gonna be honest. If the answer to that is no,
Linemen, do you think here if they think they is?
you take best player available on offense or defense. But I don't think receiver's the best player available. I think you go and take a safety. I think there's still another safety on the board. You go get one. And I'm sorry, you already have the best defense. You just keep solidifying that, and then go get some guys in the second, third. Your tackles are off the board. They already took one earlier, right?
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
go get yourself a receiver. If you believe that he is your guy, you go put people around him. You go take another wide.
What, Shador?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Look,
was on record laughing my butt off last year because I didn't like his attitude, and I think he's been humbled, and I think he deserves all the success in the world.
They're in a great position where if Shador plays well, you found your quarterback in the 5th round. Congratulations. If he sucks, then, then you have a top
Yeah,
pick
5th round.
in a pretty good quarterback class next year, it looks like. So
The one that's actually more embarrassing is probably Dylan Gabriel.
yeah.
What was that, a 3rd round pick? That's
Yeah.
awful. That was
Yeah, no, it was
awful.
bad.
It wasn't a good pick at the time, and it made it even worse that you benched him immediately. You should have brought back the draft.
I do want to say this, that I made a list of players. I said it's my team of pet cats for this draft, and none of them were first round players. And Malachi Lawrence, you good? Oh, Calvin. Hey, tell him we got Caleb.
No, that's what I'm telling you. You watching the draft, right?
Malachi Lawrence was on that list for me, so I picked 2 edges, and it was him and Hal. So I think
I was great with Lawrence at 20.
Cooper,
Here we go.
Boston, Concepcion.
Yep.
Think one of those.
Or
3
Pregnon
names.
if they want to go line.
Yeah.
They are trusting Shador for one more season.
Casey Concepcion, one of my favorite players in this class. I have him at 28 on the board. He's one of my pet cats. Huge fan of him. Speed. That's the name of his Speed. Problem with him
Did you
is
really just take another speed guy? I mean, they got Isaiah Bond.
Is 7 drops last season, so there's some drop issues. But he clean release off the line, and when you just find ways to get the ball in his hands, think Zay Flowers. And they had Todd Monken as their OC now, is their head coach now. Let me just look at the explosiveness here. You give him an open space, and he can run. That's his calling card. I think Cleveland going. Who'd they go at 9?
Fano
and Concepcion those are 2.
I think they believe in Shador.
I think those are 2 doubles.
You know what? At the very least, even if you don't believe in Shador, you know what happens if they lose because of him?
They get
They're
more-
in contention for Arch.
Yeah, and
This is the arch
and
track.
now you're building you have building blocks. You have a tackle. You've got a receiver,
And you know what you can go do? You got that defense.
and you've got
That defense is awesome.
Judkins another a year removed from the injury now.
Yeah, I think.
And Harold Fannin is a great player for them.
I
They
think
found.
they're putting themselves in a very good position.
I mean, you look at that offense. They're giving Shador a chance too. I think it's the biggest thing is I know that the guy over there in the corner talking to his buddy right now would say, he loves Shadur Sanders. What would suck is if they didn't give him a chance, and people go, "Oh, he didn't get a fair shake." He's getting a fair shake.
Yeah, he's getting.
You are giving him weapons as the Bears have 2 minutes on the clock. By the way, they went Concepcion, the A&M receiver.
Oh, really?
Browns, yeah, speed guy.
Yep.
Okay.
So they giving Shador another weapon. Like,
Yeah,
they
that's
believe
right.
in
So I
him.
literally just said that the guy talking to his buddy in the corner can't say that they're not giving Shadur a
They're
fair
giving
shake.
him a real
They're
fair
giving
shake.
him a shake.
Hey, if things don't work out,
especially with this new head coach, I think
Absolutely.
I think the best thing for the Cleveland Browns right now is Shador. Even if you don't believe he's like the guy for you, I believe he's what keeping the culture alive. He's what keeping people tuned in and watching and keeping people having high hopes for the Cleveland. And for what he represents, he hasn't. Like obviously, when he came from college, he's talking about he's the greatest or he's the best. He had an attitude, but the way he's carried himself, especially through how press has treated him, asking him crazy questions, him able to answer these questions properly.
He stood strong.
And he stood strong, and then he also performed. As much as you want to say he did.
He didn't deserve a Pro Bowl, but
he didn't deserve a Pro Bowl. But for a 5th round draft pick who was benched the entire time and who had 3 quarterbacks ahead of him, including a guy who was drafted in the same class ahead of him for multiple games, but what he did in coming in, you can't say that he played bad. No, you can't say that he played great. No, but. You can't say that he played bad for what he had, and like he even said, if I had, let me get an off season with this offense, So
I'm of the belief that Shador, I did not like him at all. I think he came off as, and that there's a hard line between confidence and ego. Yeah, even past that, like Andrew Luck talked.
Yeah, we were
about
behind
this,
a lot.
right?
I think you were. Yeah,
Were we?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. The picks in for Chicago.
Thieneman or McNeil Warren.
No, and because they need pass rush.
Thieneman.
They
trade. Houston traded up.
Houston did
With
trade
Buffalo.
up, didn't they? Okay. That's probably
No, I think they might go. If they go safety, I think
Chicago needs pass rush. You look at who they have. They do have Josh Sweat or Montez Sweat over there, but that's it. Dayo Adeyingbo is their other edge rusher. Grady Jarrett didn't have a good year for them. They need help in their front seven. I think that Ben Johnson feels like I can coach up the offense. I could see receiver here because you traded away DJ Moore, and so maybe you want to go Omar Cooper or Denzel Boston. The problem is that both of those guys are more of the physical types, and you already have that with Odunze.
I'm going to be honest. You got Odunze, you got Luther Burden, you got DJ Moore.
Oh, they got Burden. I'm an idiot. They got Burden. You're
not taking receiver.
They're going to go front.
They're going to go defense. 100%.
CJ Allen's in play here. Jacob Rodriguez is in play here. I actually dark horse Anthony Hill Jr. I think could be in play with how fast.
My dad texted me saying he wanted them at 20. I was like, probably a little bit of a reach, but I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'm looking at this as Cassius again. All the edge guys. I didn't expect this many edge guys to be here right now. Cassius Howell's still there. R. Mason Thomas, who I mocked to you guys, is still there. T.J. Parker is still there. Romello Height is still there. Zion Young is here.
And
there's
Zion
so many
Young
good
is the
edge.
one I'm big on.
It's a great edge class.
Zion Young.
I think R. Mason would be the best fit for replacing Chason. If you wanted like a replacement for him,
I want somebody who has higher upside.
Well, of course he has a higher upside. We haven't seen him yet, but what I'm saying is the type of player they are, that the more the outside linebacker type, that's what he is.
Oh well, that's the Pats system. Well, Vrabel runs more of a 4-3 than 3-4, which is very abnormal for the Patriots.
Very.
We've always been a 3-4 with a little bit of mix of 4-3 in there. Yeah, but Vrabel is a 4-3 guy. That is what he runs. Between a mix of man and zone, Gonzo struggled.
Interesting trade
because he had to get used
the
to that. The
Texans traded 28, 69, and 167 to Buffalo, and they get 26. They move up 2 spots. They flip 3rd round picks because Buffalo has now got 91. So you're flipping 3rd round picks, and also Buffalo is trading back. They're moving down. They're moving up. What is that? 22 spots, and you also get like a 5th round pick. That's fine. That's good value to move up 2
There must be
spots.
somebody Houston really likes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I think
look, safeties. McNeil Warren would make some sense here.
For Bears, yeah, I've had McNeil Warren there.
Yeah,
Easy selection there.
Thieneman is one of my last first-round players available. There are now 2 left standing, and that's Jermod McCoy and Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. This is a really solid pick. Think more fast, fluid, free safety type. He's rangy. Me and Donnell had a historic argument about could he cover the slot, whereas and so now it's become a running joke where I say he can cover it, and Donnell goes, no, he can't.
No, it's not that he can't cover it. Thieneman is the safety that anybody would want on anybody's team.
He's scheme diverse.
He's very scheme diverse. You can
Take it away,
he
safety.
doesn't take any. He didn't make any steps. He doesn't make a lot of false moves.
No.
He is a guy who's going to what do you want to call it? A lunch pill guy. A guy who's going to make the
my
hard
goodness,
play. No,
man.
he runs to every single
Yeah,
play.
he is.
There's one of the things that they taught us is like you always want to be in
slot
frame.
coverage. Told you.
Okay, guy.
I hate to say
Look at
this,
that play.
Brady. I'm gonna trust him on this.
Well, I know I'm gonna trust him. Yeah, he's the
We
AD.
had no. There were okay. I don't want to talk bad about the guy because
It was funny because one of the games we watched, he looked pretty good in the slot, and the next game they were torching him.
like literally he's a rover type guy. You put him everywhere on the field. He's very similar to Caleb Downs. The only
He's
difference
Caleb Downs light version.
he's very literally.
What do you
I'm
mean
so
by
serious.
that?
I said light version.
I know.
LITE.
Yeah,
Light.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 You saying something about his complexion?
He's like the diet. He's like the Coke Zero version of.
He picked up what I meant.
I know what you meant. I'm
What
just
you
saying,
mean?
I'm ignoring your tomfoolery.
No. What are you talking about? You should engage.
No.
Engage with this.
No, I'm
No,
not.
you don't want a career.
No.
I'm trying to end that career. It's all right.
No, I'm good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
survived.
ignoring you. I'm ignoring you. But no, Thieneman, that's a pretty solid pick for them. Definitely,
He was one of the
great
rare
value.
guys. I think he was one of the only ones like I watch Ponds where you can see guys who made mistakes and they'll jump at balls or they'll do certain things.
Yeah.
When I tell you like outside of like there were certain things when man coverage you really can't predict much. But when I tell you he knows where the ball's going, he knows what the
comp
offense is
is-
giving him.
Yeah, the comp is easy.
And he just does the right play every single time. He knows the assignment and
Oh, wow.
like he makes really good plays.
The comp is so easy. It's Harrison Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so. It's why the Vikings.
why Vikings
we're
were the
mocking
easiest
the
mock,
Vikings
yeah.
so much. Now we got Houston at 26, guys. I'm thinking O line. I'm thinking
It's gotta be.
receiver.
I don't think so.
They don't need a receiver, but
really
Tank
don't.
Dell's coming back.
Tank Dell coming back. I would have said tight end, but
Sadiq's off the board. So
Sadiq's off the board. You don't really want to go that early. I think it's got to be O-line. But
Yeah.
there's no...
it's guard then. It's going to be Pregnone. It's going to be Jalen Farmer. It's going to be probably one of the Keelan Rutledge. And actually, Chase, remember this? I had him mocked to the Texans at 28 in my third mock. So if I ended up sniping that
Who they
in
got
my
a
third
safety?
mock. What?
Are there any safeties left on the board? Who they
Oh,
got?
yeah. There's
There's
a
a bunch of
Who do they
plenty.
have? Who do they have a safety?
But their defense is just so good.
I mean, their defense is good, but I mean, you can always have a hole.
Their
in it.
defenses was the reason why they were in the playoffs. At that.
Oh, I know. Oh, trust me. Dude, that was the worst playoffs push I've
That game
ever.
was great.
I was watching that game and I was like, just someone, please.
Somebody make a play.
This is so boring. I just want.
I like the Yoani pick. I think if it's the guy that I'm thinking of in class, one of my classmates is watching, so what's up? I did give my card out to people in class. I was plugging the show, and they're probably really surprised at the people that I'm bringing on. The types of characters that I hang out with, but anyway. By the way, I think it's really funny. I think it's really funny because you have no social media. If whenever you're taking the bar or whatever, or whenever they do background checks and they find this and they're like, oh, we're not hiring.
No,
him.
when I did every time I applied.
I thought you said you were going to get Instagram once you graduated.
Hold on, I should put.
I thought you said you were getting Instagram once you graduated.
Oh no. I did contemplate that.
I've got an idea. I'm putting his name on the title, so when they search up Joseph Harrison, they're gonna find this. They're gonna go.
What was
and they're gonna
Juicy
yeah.
comment about?
and they're gonna hear him when I said that Dylan Thieneman, the white safety, is the lighter version of.
And all I said was what you mean by that. I just wanna make sure
and so they're gonna be like, oh, so
he
he's
was
racist.
football. I'm not.
And they're gonna be like, and they're gonna be writing down takes back shots.
Which might get him hired.
Make him hard. Hey.
Thankfully, I didn't give Audrey. I didn't give Audrey the link to this. I didn't give my girlfriend the link to this. You know.
I have her on Instagram.
You don't need to send her nothing.
Oh, Texans pick. Crap.
My bad.
O-line receiver.
You know, it happens.
I called it. I sniped this pick. I don't know if that was a sniper, but that was a terrible sniper.
it's
I
okay.
sniped it.
All right, Jaw, calm down. I'm a resident comedian, by the way.
I don't know about you're something. I would say something. I had this in my third mock. I had, but see, I didn't think they needed to trade up for him. Top of the third round grade, but he's so much better than that grade, and I know that may sound weird. It's just, again, it's just hard for me to put guards so high. But here's a guy. Now, crap. Now I'm doing it. Now here's a guy. Now let me tell you something. I love the way Georgia Tech players play. You know that because I've talked about it a million times. I love the toughness they play with. I love Brent Key. I think he's a great head coach. I think that he has a philosophy, and I think they stick to that philosophy. I think they do a great job with it. Strong punch. He keeps his head on a swivel. The Dolphins have traded up from 30.
With the Niners.
We'll talk about that in a second. But Rutledge, strong punch, keeps his head on a swivel. He's always aware of stunts and stuff. He loves to put guys in the dirt. He loves to put guys on the ground. Stout anchor. He's kind of awkward. I think I showed you a couple of his plays. He's kind of awkward when you ask him to pull, which is where the Mason McCormick comp comes in. But, I mean, he's a really, really good player. And what it sounded like, and the reason I put him in one of my mocks was the scouts go day 2 guy, but then the coaches get together and go, no, we want this guy. He's a great guy. He's a leader. He's the guy you want in the locker room. He checks all those boxes. He's a leader.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, sometimes you don't need the most talent. Sometimes you just need.
And I think it's a great pick for the Texans because I think he's going to be able to keep guys away from C.J. Stroud, especially at the middle. Which is, I mean, look, if you want C.J. Stroud to play well, you've got to.
He's clearly shown that
he's got
he
potential.
struggles when he doesn't have time to process, and it clearly that was one of his issues coming into the draft was processing power. That was the thing that really held him back.
Yep.
Bryce Young had the processing power, but lacked physical tools. C.J. Stroud had the physical tools, but lacked processing power. We just need to combine them or something, and we'd have like a top 10 quarterback.
No, I mean, I think Rutledge makes a ton of sense. I'm looking to see if the value.
Well, Stroud at one point was seen as a top 10 quarterback, but
Who?
Dolphins just
Stroud?
need Dolphins.
Yeah,
need,
his rookie year, I was so disappointed. I was like, the only quarterback I had missed on that badly was Herbert. I did not believe in Herbert
'Cause you don't like Oregon
because
quarterbacks.
I hate Oregon quarterbacks.
he told me about that.
because their offense is so weird.
Because their
Because the
offense is weird. It's hard to evaluate.
it's reliant on the. We have athletes out here. Go make a play. Go make a play. Just give
No,
them.
it's so you really don't get a whole lot to see about their potential.
No.
So I thought the idea of Herbert, I wasn't opposed to it, but I was like, top 5? Are y'all nuts? I thought Tua had more potential. I was wrong. I didn't like Tua either, but I was pretty wrong about that.
Tua can play.
Really, you're a Tua believer?
No more. When he first got, what was that, 21?
Yeah,
I was. You can
Tua
tell
was
him.
good for like a
he
good-
hated him.
I
He
hated him.
Tua.
I didn't hate Tua that much coming into the draft, but then I watched him with Miami. Keep in mind, he beat us 8 straight times, and I couldn't. You know how he feels about Jalen Hurts? I don't know if you feel that way. That's how I feel
I
about
hate
Tua.
Jalen Hurts, boy.
Where it's like this guy keeps
Overrated.
getting hyped up in the media. He keeps
Jalen Hurts
getting
might be the
built
most
up.
overrated quarterback of all time. Even
I'm telling
when
you-
we're on a draft show and we're talking about actual NFL players, bro.
I'm
Jalen
telling you,
Hurts
Tua
is
is the
like
same
the
way, bro.
most overrated, bro. He has never in his life been better than Dak. Like, I always talk about it this way. If you put Dak Prescott in the Eagles situation, I think the Eagles are either the exact same or better.
Yeah,
by
they're
far.
worse.
If you put Jalen Hurts in the Cowboy situation, Jalen Hurts wouldn't have a job right now. Jalen Hurts would be doing Amazon. But
I can't agree with that because I got to stand on business for my boy because I loved him coming out.
Come on.
He's who I wanted to replace
Hold on.
Tom Brady.
Can
That's the guy I believe
Can
in.
I say something? It's really funny, but I saw a thing and it was like comparing comparing SGA to Hurts. And it was like, imagine if Jalen Hurts just did imagine if Hurts did the tush push and like that's how they got like 85% of their first downs. That's Shea.
Literally.
And no. And Hurts got the MVP for it. That's what it was.
No, hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna stand up for Shea here for just a millisecond.
Just don't do it.
I hate OKC.
But, okay, thank you. Okay,
I
okay.
hate them. I'm a
Okay.
Spurs fan. I hate them.
But
Shea's not a bad player.
Shea is just as talented as people think.
No, Shea's a
That
superstar.
team is just
Shea's
as
a
talented as they think. We get
Stop
frustrated
all this
because we know
nonsense.
they're talented,
Yeah.
and they keep doing that BS anyway. You don't need to. You guys are that good. Stop that. It's not fun. It ruins basketball.
okay, I'm gonna say back to football here.
My bad.
Look, you're good.
We're in between picks. And
It's
at the end of the game.
it's definitely gonna be BPA.
Cole Strange.
Oh, they lost Cole Strange. What a loss.
Dude, As somebody,
Okay,
let me
Colin,
speak to
I'm
this.
just gonna
It
give
is
you.
emotionally
I'm
devastating.
gonna give you.
I heard the
both
Patriots are interested in bringing him back.
Emmanuel McNeil Warren, Chris
Don't blame that on
Johnson,
me.
spent
Avion Terrell.
Cassius Howell.
I think
Avion
they go
Terrell.
Chris Johnson. I might
Yeah,
say
Chris Johnson makes a lot of sense.
I say Chris Johnson here.
Look, San Diego State. How about the Aztecs with a first-round pick?
Yes.
He is my second-rated second round player.
You notice
just
this man has a worse camera quality than Fernando Mendoza. The other guys, they were.
Who has a worse crim card than
Can
us?
I say one thing? Can I say one thing? And I feel so bad. He's stuck on the Dolphins now. Like he's such a good.
Oh my goodness.
He's such a good football player. Donna, I'm gonna let you go first because we watched this guy and I know the one concern we both had. Like he had one big thing and it was he doesn't have great speed and that's it.
Yeah, but when I tell you a dog, like this is the exact type of if you're gonna get a guy from the Aztecs in a conference that's not the SEC or the Big Ten, this is the exact type of guy you want. A guy who, when he's out there, he makes everybody else look like they're
UNC beat him.
They're small fish. And if you're gonna be in a small pond, you better look like a big fish. And he is a big fish in a small pond, you know.
Yeah.
And the only thing I was like, if you could be like, oh, he doesn't play the best receivers in the SEC or the Big Ten, but he dominates where he's at. He dominates. Nobody throws to his side. We were watching film and tape on him, and he legitimately just didn't get any pass. He just did nothing. And for what he gets, for what the things he gets, he makes production on the things he does get. And he's on special teams.
New England traded up.
Oh yeah, they're next.
New England moved up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Hold on,
interrupt you.
wait.
Just do that.
Yeah. New
Wow,
England
Seth, here you go.
28.
I will admit, I didn't think we were going to pick tonight. You know what that means?
Yeah, the Steelers were on the phone with Lemon getting ready to pick him, and the Eagles jumped.
All
him.
right, I need to go on a 2-minute rant about something Patriot related, and then we can start talking about our pick.
Is this
It has absolutely everything to do with
Yeah.
Vrabel. I'm going to say something,
Uh-oh.
and I won't have time to give a full argument for why this is the case. I unironically believe Vrabel should step away for the team for the year because of what he did. I think there's certain things that are done in sports all the way that are accepted in locker rooms from middle school all the way to the NFL. And it disgusts me. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly blunt. I think we talk about accountability in sports, but it's always about on-field accountability. Well, this guy isn't watching film enough. Okay? I'm sorry, but Eddie Lacy, he just liked to eat food. I'm sorry.
Here comes the pick.
Oh, wow. I didn't think they were making the pick that early.
Well,
I'm gonna keep going on this
Continue the
rant.
rant. I'm looking edge here. I'm
It's
looking
gonna
edge.
be it's gonna be edge.
Well, I said Falk in my mock.
I don't know.
So-
I mentioned it earlier that was a high probability.
So the Utah left tackle goes and Seth, you're not gonna like everything I'm gonna be saying. Don't love it. It's fine. He's my last rated second round player available at 63. It's mainly because I have one major concern with him, and it's he doesn't seem to relish the physical side of football. He makes his blocks. He's great feet. Hands are a little messy at times, but he doesn't seem to always want to finish blocks. He doesn't seem to have that nastiness that I like to see in linemen. You don't have to have it, but like you can see him as a mover. He's so smooth, and he does all those things really, really well. Takes great angles to guys. Gets his hat on a hat.
It's not a physical trait problem. It's a mental one.
It's simply a.
Good
I
comp.
don't see him wanting to put guys in the ground, and that's just my. I like that in offensive lineman. I like a guy that likes to put someone on the ground. That's just me. He doesn't all. And the other thing is he doesn't always have great knockback power in the run game on the D ends, but he's fine. I think Costanzo's a pretty good comp.
So Campbell-
he could be a really good player for y'all. I'm
think-
just saying that he's not my type of lineman.
I can tell you exactly the role he's going to play. First, he's not.
He'll be left, and then Campbell will be at right.
I don't think so. Not this year. I think what they're going to do is they're going to keep Will and everyone right where they are, and at right tackle we're going to have. He's going to be a swing tackle this year. I don't think he's going to start. I think he's going to be a swing tackle.
So you
And-
waste a first round pick on a non
Big-
starter?
this year because we have a 35-plus-year-old right tackle who's been hurt constantly. And what he'll do is he'll be the fill-in right tackle pretty much every. And if Will Campbell struggles, then you don't feel bad about swapping him over. And if Elijah Vera Tucker gets hurt, what you're doing is you're creating a lot of fluidity on an O line that has problems staying healthy. I think that's what the route is, and I don't hate it. I think we need edge, but I think we're gonna take edge. I think
some of the edges are falling. So
yeah, I think you're gonna get edge. I think you're getting AJ Brown. I think you have plenty of draft capital to move up. I don't particularly dislike it or like it. I like that we have a bigger tackle because I'm gonna be honest, Campbell's small. He
was getting murdered on the big stage, man.
Well, the thing about that is
Injury.
He was playing with a tear in his.
He explained it.
Yeah.
To me.
So he was looking really good before that. I think Campbell's would be an elite guard, but obviously we have a Wenu at right, and now we have Elijah Vera Tucker at left, which means Campbell's either a tackle or he's not in the NFL. Well, he's not with us at least. I'm going to finish this as quickly as possible. I think Vrabel should step away. I unironically believe that you can't present yourself a very specific kind of way, turn around, violate, and try. I'm sorry, but was it Rossini?
Rossini.
She lost her job, and I understand the difference in integrity, academic or not, journalistic integrity that someone has to have. But Vrabel is also just as guilty in not being held to any standard. We talk about accountability in sports. Maybe it's time to show that someone's actually being held accountable for their actions. Because at the end of the day, unless someone commits a crime, even if they commit a crime, I mean, Ray Rice got caught on camera beating the living out of his girlfriend, twice.
And, and then 2 games. He only
2-game suspension. Did he go to jail?
No.
As somebody who's going to be a prosecutor,
Rasheed Rice.
As somebody who's going to be a prosecutor, Rasheed Rice. You have to kill someone. No.
Henry
You have to be caught on
Rice.
camera killing someone.
Henry
'Cause
Rice.
There's a
Henry
very
Rice,
real
he's in jail.
possibility that Ray Lewis killed someone and got away with it.
Yes.
Jameis Winston was accused of rape. Big Ben was accused of rape. We don't hold these celebrities accountable. And I can't say it's just NFL players, but I can say it is a lot of superstar athletes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we just don't hold these
Kobe
people
Bryant.
accountable. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Kobe
Sorry,
Bryant.
I know
He
that's
was-
I know that's your guy.
I mean,
No, Kobe,
we can't.
he settled. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of debate. Well, there's money. We got to hold accountability.
Sean Watson.
And Vrabel is one of those guys. He didn't just present himself. I'm not a superstar, but I'm like you. I'm your friend. I am a good guy. You should follow me. I have beliefs. He's an asshole. But what he had integrity.
I always thought
Their entire basis is integrity.
I always thought he presented himself as just kind of a more. I actually like Julian Edelman's comp. Julian Edelman called him a more vicious Matt Light, and if you know Patriots culture, maybe this is just Vrabel as a player, but from everything I've heard from him as a player, dude, you might tell him, I don't want you to joke about blank. He would immediately walk out in front of the team and joke about blank.
No, he was a complete asshole. But when it comes to you're at this level of the game, especially, and this is important, as a coach, as somebody who wants to be in coaching when I retire, I want to coach high school kids, so it's a little different. I'm going to have very, very specific rules about the kind of things that we talk about in the locker room. Conduct in the locker room. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear about who's effing who. I don't want to hear these are things that we should not be teaching young men, because then they're going to go out, get into college, and they're going to be screwing over each other.
Doing the same things. Yeah.
They're going to be screwing over each other, and that's not what we should be teaching
I know,
our young
Donald,
men.
you've seen firsthand the toxic culture of college
And
athletics.
I'm sorry, but the only way to stop that is to stop that young. You got to stop that young.
But also, the coaches, he's getting. Bobby Petrino still has a job.
Bobby Petrino, that man's an awful human being.
Can we pivot for just 1 second?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm done now.
The Chiefs. I've had Jermod McCoy here potentially because they did Josh Simmons last
they
year.
got Delane.
They did. Yeah, they did. So not going to be
So I
Jermod
think they
McCoy.
go
Although they did
offense
lose
here.
2 corners.
Then they go offense here.
Offense probably.
Denzel Boston.
Yeah, one of the receivers. I'm gonna
Cooper.
say Cooper.
I
Yeah.
say Cooper.
Yeah.
Wow, what a value pick.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go on that.
Well, they get their potential.
Chris Jones didn't retire, did he?
He's up there, dude. He's up there.
He's getting old, so this is just kind of a Peter Woods.
Help a young guy. Get a young guy.
Look, that whole Clemson program.
small.
He's a 3 technique. That whole Clemson program had a down year last year. He actually played edge for them in 24, and they kicked him more inside this last year, and he had a little bit of more of a down year production wise. Yeah, I like that. He gets quick penetration. Don't laugh. He's able to.
Not everything there's only really questionable things, like Juicy.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair.
That was you. That was all you.
That was you, Brady. I ain't gonna lie. I can't defend
That was
it,
all
Brady.
you.
I didn't say juicy.
Nah, dog. You was talking about penetration.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. So
This man talking about penetration over here, calling out my name.
I am calling out your name, Harrison.
Government
I'm
is
sorry.
crazy.
Should I use your full legal name?
No.
Yeah, I'll use your full legal name. Everyone in the comments call him Joe.
Don't call me Joe. That means everyone gonna call me Joe.
No, call me Joe.
Look,
Yeah,
he's
call me Joe.
quickness, alignment, versatility, high IQ. He made a lot of plays where he's seeing things, he's seeing the play develop, and he goes and makes a play. Shorter arms, his production dipped off in 2025, but I think it was because they lined him up. They asked him to do different things. Think Moro Ojomo with the Eagles with this pick. True 3 technique. So I don't think he's Chris Jones' replacement. I think they need some help on that defensive line because Karlaftis has been cool.
Trade Jets.
The Jets trade back into the first round with the Niners.
The Niners
Reminds me of
trade
Brian
out.
Murphy.
So the Niners trade to pick 33. It's not really, that's barely
Yeah.
out.
The first pick of the second round.
But the Jets are gone on the clock now. I think it's a solid. I think that's again another solid double there, and the Chiefs.
well, yeah, Packers fan, because
We
you traded
don't
us.
even have a first round.
Because you traded. That's our pick.
What?
Packers fan.
It says we.
Yeah,
don't
why are the
even have a
Packers
first
fans there? They don't have a pick. We have what? Why? That makes
And
no
they're
sense.
having her face on there for like 5 minutes.
Jets. I think the receiver makes the most
Yeah,
sense.
they could go receiver.
They don't want Buffalo or Seattle, but I don't know.
3 first for the Jets.
Yeah, that's right. Another 3 first round year for the Jets. I'm curious
Just
what
wanted to
they.
mean
Yeah,
nothing. I'm playing.
the Jets have to have a record. They have to have the record for most years with 3 first round picks. It feels like they've had that multiple times. Like it's insane how many times they've had it.
And you don't even get
And guess
excited.
what? Seth, they still suck.
Terrible.
Like, I hate to say this, the Jets have made all the right decisions except for one thing, which is
They're still the Jets.
well, they're the Jets, and also they
Being
have,
the Jets.
Also, they have Aaron Glenn as their head coach, who I don't believe in.
All right, here we go. Think receiver, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I was
And
saying.
there goes
That's what I
Omar
was
Cooper
thinking.
Jr. I don't think a lot of these teams. I had the receiver run happening
Nobody's even reacting. in
way
the room.
early. So
Moses, that's
Oh,
what I
there
was
they are.
what happened?
Yeah, I was trying to think of the tackle who I think is Morgan Moses, who was
Yeah.
really solid for us,
Yep.
but kept getting hurt. And
Look, it's a solid pick. I have Omar Cooper at 29 on the board. They get him at 30, so it's right in range of where he should go. Think more physical type of guy. Not, I don't remember what his size is. He's pretty good size from what I remember. Not the fastest or the twitchiest guy. He gets those tough, gritty yards. He's a good player. He really is. He was a big reason they won the national championship, and that's there's something to be said for being a reason your team wins a national championship. He is not Debo Light. That's a terrible.
Ramsiest receiver.
Debo Light.
He's very Rams. Very Rams. Think very McVay.
Very
Very-
not
very
very
McVay.
north south.
So he's a
very east-west.
Ramsiest receiver
think-
on the Jets.
Think Khalil Shakur.
Okay.
Not explosive. Feet look a little sluggish.
Oh, that play
But-
right here.
but he fights through
Thielen-
contact.
We was watching that play
Yeah,
against Thielen,
yeah.
and he
Fights
made-
through
yeah.
contact.
That's a
Yeah.
nasty double.
Oh, he's a good route
No,
runner.
Cooper's
They're
a.
going to show that one play.
He's also he
against
also had the
Penn State.
catch that saved their
That
season.
Penn State.
Yep.
Oh, the catch.
They better show it.
Seth's seen it. There's no way he hasn't. The one against Penn State.
Here it is.
Is that
This
the
one.
goal
This
line
one.
right
This one.
Is that the goal? Oh no, I
Oh,
have
Goes
my
up,
nasty.
gets it. Got a foot down
Wow.
to win the game. That was to win the game.
game.
And they were zero blitzing Mendoza. So Mendoza stood.
And
and made the
that's
throw.
the
That's
series
a
he was talking about with Mendoza, where Mendoza was in the pocket.
Then yeah, I've seen the
2-minute
catch,
drill.
but I didn't remember.
Yeah.
it. That's a
He made that
hell of a
catch. Body control.
Tennessee's back into the.
Oh yeah,
Buffalo
Tennessee
traded back again.
Buffalo trades back. So a lot of dude. There's the.
They traded in front of Seattle for Jadarian Price.
There's no way. You're funny.
Just to troll him.
I would laugh if this is Jadarian Price here because
'Cause I
it's
had
just
love to the
The
Titans.
value is just not right for a running back. For a running back, I have him at
they're not gonna take that.
59 on the board. There's no way. That would be terrible.
What a call though, if I'm right.
No, it's funny because it makes sense team fit wise and who they're jumping to do it wise, but it makes no sense player value wise. Boys, we're almost done with the first round.
Yeah.
This has been a breeze. It's not even 10 o'clock yet.
No,
so-
this is. I love this. They should do this.
Yeah, it's
in
been
the
a
East
breeze.
Coast every year.
It's quick.
You know why? Because they do West Coast, man. We're here till late.
No, it's not. It's the same time every year.
If they do it West Coast and they start at
it's
7?
it's 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. Central Time every year.
Is it really?
Yes,
I feel like there have been years we've been here till like midnight.
because I think maybe like 11. Yeah,
So-
yeah. Because there's been some long drafts. We also didn't get here like right as it started.
That could be the one that
We used to get here like 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
So
I showed up.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I managed to get here before the Mendoza.
You did.
pick.
I was
surprised.
worried you weren't going to be able to get here.
It's because I was able to pack before the exam. I actually got done with my studying before.
Good job.
Mendoza
By the way,
might
what
not
are-
have gone one if
By
you
the
weren't
way,
here.
what are the thoughts on the Titans logo? I don't like it.
It's awful.
It's
I like the new
nasty.
jerseys.
No, the jerseys.
The jerseys
are
are like
sweet.
the Oilers. Boy, that
Well, you know why they did it,
blue,
right?
it's
You know why
cool.
they
I
did
love
it? They did it because they got tired of the University of Houston using powder blues, and so they were like, "Screw
The
you."
powder
We're gonna.
blues are the best part about their entire history.
The
They're
Titans
Oilers-
are
Oilers
the
Plymouth
Titans are
colors?
really
Yeah.
they're wads about the Oilers stuff. I firmly believe that you should just go ahead and give it back to Houston, but that's me. Look, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, Robert Saleh would love a chess piece on defense like that.
Wow, he's still
I mean,
alive.
he's still on the board. That'd be great value.
Can the Cowboys somehow get C.J. Allen at 92? Would that be value?
Yeah.
Anthony Hill at 92?
I have C.J. Allen at 38 on my board.
Dude,
so
could-
yeah, that would be
I could see-
tremendous value. It'd be nearly 60 pick value.
That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
say
crazy.
like, yeah, like yes, that's value, Chase. That's
No,
like,
I know-
that's
I know
like,
it's
that's like
value,
saying,
but
hey,
like-
if they got Mendoza in the third round, is that valuable? Yes, a little bit, you know. All right, here we go. Next to last pick of the night, and we're out. This is they better. I don't know what.
Hey, there's still plenty of time to go get food.
Yeah, we better fire up the stuff. Everything might not be closed
I'm feeling
yet.
juicy.
All right. All right.
Go for him.
There goes Keldrick Falk. I don't know if they thought Seattle. I don't.
San Francisco, I think, was
So,
who
you know,
they
and
were gonna go for
I
him.
think some people look at it like this. It's not always you're trying to jump a team. Sometimes it's just you're worried that someone else might be trading too, or you're just like, you know what, the value's there. Let's go get him. Keldrick Falk, 20 years old, just hasn't put it all together. Will flash talent, will flash tremendous ability. He's like 6'6", 275, but he's an edge rusher. Traditional defensive end, basically think the 4-3, which is, but he can play the 4-eye spot, and that is what he's probably going to be playing in Robert Saleh's scheme.
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah. What's up?
Can you scroll up a little bit? Mm-hmm. You going? All right, cool.
Caleb.
Just had to make sure.
But no, I think this is back into the first round. It's great value for Falk. I think that, you know what, right now he's Dietrich Wise. By the way, I have a lot of Patriot comps because I watch a fair amount of Patriot games.
Yeah.
Keldrick. Actually, I want to tell you when we get into the post production when we get into the post draft show, I'm going to mention one of my favorite player comps because it's a really weird one and it's the only one that you're going to get because you're a Patriots guy. But
Okay.
Keldrick Falk, again, 6'5", 276, ran 4.67. I mean, really explosive athlete.
Hey, I had Falk going at 31.
What it comes down to with him is can he learn to be a better pass rusher? Right now, he's an elite run defender. Right now, Dietrich Wise. He's Tyree Wilson is another one from Texas Tech a few years ago, where it's like maybe he puts it together. I think the NFL is learning about these kinds of guys. Taking a Keldrick Falk or a Mykel Williams or a Tyree Wilson, those are not top 15 guys. Those are back into the first round guys.
Because you never know if they're going to actually develop to pass.
Because he might be a really solid rotational guy, but that's not a top. If your top 15 pick becomes rotational,
you're not happy. I mean, you're not pissed.
unless you're like the Seahawks and that's just how good your team is.
No, there's
maybe.
no way he's taking those on. Put his hat on. There you go. Come on. Let's go.
It's got to look right, bro.
Hey, you got to enjoy the moment. You're only doing this once.
That's fair. You only get drafted once.
Hey,
So
man. Yeah,
we're to the
understand.
final pick, Seattle. They're looking for value because when you're picking 32, you know you're coming off Super Bowl. You're just looking for value, and they lost Boye Mafe.
They lost Kenneth Walker.
Did D-Law retire?
No.
No, he didn't. Okay, he's talking about retiring.
Would you?
He's talked about retiring. He's talked about it.
It's hard. You either go out on top or you're like, man,
I'm gonna say
I want to come back and see if I can get another
that
one.
my gut here is saying my gut here is saying edge rusher.
Did Taco Charlton?
I was gonna say Taco Bell, but
Oh.
that was the joke. The joke was
I
gonna
get
be
it
food.
because you want to leave.
Yeah, because I'm hungry. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm fat. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the
happens.
joke.
I didn't say that.
I will. Look, all the edge guys are there. I'm really surprised that edge rusher has not been picked as much as it has. Cassius House did.
I'm
Mason
grateful.
Thomas. Mason Thomas is that what?
So I'm grateful. I think that gives the Patriots a lot of room to do.
I would
Oh,
love
yeah.
for the Cowboys to trade up into the second and try to get Anthony Hill or CJ Allen. That would be
I've thought about
amazing.
that. We have ammunition now to trade up in the second round, but
Yeah.
I'm very curious as to what they would.
Because there's some guys that I was not expecting to still be available at the end of the first that are still available.
Yeah, I mean, look, you see the explosion. You see how good of an athlete he
Isn't
is.
Mendoza at Cal? It is.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
well, his brother is also at Indiana, right?
No, I think it's his brother.
Is that his brother?
No,
Maybe.
no, his
No,
brother was
that's
at
Fernando.
no,
Fernando.
that's Fernando last year, 2 years
Oh,
ago.
is it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a really, really good player.
Why are they
It's
showing
just-
that?
He just needs to put it together as a pass rusher. The problem is Auburn played this really, and you saw this. I showed you. They played a really janky scheme where it was a lot of three down guys, and so they're asking him to like two gap and not really be up the
But
field.
did they run three down guys but have a bunch of floaters?
Yeah, they'd
That's
float.
not that.
It's
maybe
janky. It's janky. It was three. It
It
was,
might be,
it was
but
three.
you
It was
also-
it was it was 3-3-5.
You gotta also remember
the
that
3-3-5 is a janky defense.
You got to remember that the Patriots used to do that quite frequently. We would have,
But-
hell, there were plays where we had one down guy.
That's what I'm saying
and
is
we
that-
had a bunch of
but-
floating,
That's
rolling
Bill-
linebackers.
that's
at the
Bill
same
Belichick.
I don't know. Go watch an Auburn game. Seth. I'm just saying that with Keldrick, they didn't ask him to be a super. He is a Bill Belichick guy, Dietrich Wise,
Yeah.
because he can two gap. He wasn't asked to play up the field at Auburn a lot, and the problem was is that when he was asked to do it, it wasn't like he flashed elite potential there. It was like you could see there was something there, but he's developable.
All right.
I'm gonna stick with my mock here
first.
and go Cassius Howell. That's what
I would like to see Jerry and Price because that'd be. I mean, I think that's.
Their
Look,
defense is their.
John Schneider
more-
loves his running backs. I could see maybe a,
I would say running back for them because you're obviously getting rid of Kenneth Walker and
but I think they get one day too.
They have who's their backup? That they
Charbonnet.
love?
that.
Charbonnet.
I don't.
Didn't he
I'm
get hurt?
not-
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Darren
I am
Webb,
not a
Look,
Charbonnet
if
fan.
they went
I didn't
price
I
know
here-
really wasn't.
Look,
I didn't
if
understand.
they went price here, it's going to be similar to like reaction wise to when the Chiefs picked Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
Yeah, that was crazy.
right? Where it's kind of like the fit's fine, the position's
value
great,
is
but the
weird.
value is really really wrong.
So we'll see what the kind of team they want to be from
Yeah.
now on. Are they going to be a
BPA, or are they going to go
position?
need?
Yeah.
I think they can find you
was-
could
I
probably
was
find
looking,
two
thinking,
backs
even
in this
though-
draft and be
Even
fine.
though the guy who we compare him to is on the team, I think Emmanuel Warren.
Emmanuel Warren is literally just 2 inches shorter version of Nick Emenwari.
And I was like, if they want
know,
to
I
put
thought
like a
about-
new
I-
Legion of Boom, man,
I thought about that going like a nickel player, like a trade.
and you just have two dogs and two killers
Yeah.
in that defense.
Sorry, unfortunately, really good.
They're really good, bro.
And you're playing in a hard division.
Vision where you
Yeah.
kind of need something like that to be able to bump with them.
It's crazy. It's already over. It's
Yeah.
it's fast.
'Cause you said 11:30.
Yeah, usually it's more like 11 to
Yeah.
11:30. Now it's 10. Like
Hey,
it's
I love
usually
it.
closer to 11, which is hey, it's fine. We get to get out of here and I get to go to sleep.
I get to go eat
Yeah.
and talk to my girlfriend. So,
Yeah. We'll just have to see what.
She's on
that dude is hyping them up. I love that. I don't know who he is, but he's hyping.
I don't know who he is either. I didn't care to listen. So.
Battle of brain tumor, and I was
Oh, okay.
two-time cancer survivor.
I'm so glad I did not make any jokes. That would have been
I'm
really
so sorry,
bad.
bro. Yeah, no. Hey, good for him.
Good for you.
He's a make a wish. This is his
Oh,
make
okay,
a wish is
okay.
to announce the Chiefs the Chiefs.
I was
the
really
Seahawks pick.
afraid that I was like gonna make
Here
a
we go,
joke
hold
or
on.
something, and it was like.
running back.
I mocked
said
that.
They might go running back.
I mock that.
Let's go.
I'm muting Chase's mic so he can't promote.
Unmute me.
There we go. Wait, is that right? Wait.
2 first-round
There
running
we go.
backs.
Yeah, didn't think we could have 2 first-round running
Notre
backs.
Dame.
I love how he doesn't know how to
There we
work.
go.
I like how
Two
because
first-round
I'm the
running
guy
backs.
that does this, he has no idea what he's doing with it. So he's like, I don't know what to do.
Am I?
You're here. Wait.
Thank you.
Wait, you couldn't be heard. I don't know when that happened. That happened like pick 15.
No, you just did that.
His whole
yeah.
rant was just muted. That would be so bad.
Look, Jadarian Price is a good running back. I had a second-round grade. He's the second best back. It's kind of cool that the 2 best backs in the draft are coming from the same school.
2 first-round backs.
I'm going to go out and say trivia-wise, I think the last time that 2 backs from the same school went in the first round, it would have been Auburn. It would have been when Cadillac Williams in 05, when Cadillac and Ronnie Brown went. And they went like top 5.
Yeah,
both.
I
They
can't
both went like top
remember.
5.
Actually, even in Bama with Damian
They weren't between.
Damian Harris.
Jacobs
Damian
and
Harris might have been
yeah.
the starter, but he went in like round.
Think
3,
Felix.
I think.
Think Felix Jones.
Yeah.
With
So
Jadarian Price.
they like the 2 punch.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Look, John Schneider loves running backs. He's taken one like almost every year. He loves to draft at least one running back every year. No starts in
Means
college.
you don't ever have to pay him.
Yeah, he did. He had 0 starts in college, which is a problem, right? Literally, never started a game.
But if you're behind Jeremiah,
I know that, but I'm just saying you're not a first round pick, right? He does
yeah,
like
that's what I yeah.
he likes to bounce it outside too much, which is like
Oh, yeah.
run between the tackles, quit, and sometimes arm tackles can bring him down. But for the most part, still he runs through contact. He's funny. He runs through solid contact better than arm tackles. It's kind of an anomaly there.
Yeah.
But he's got great vision. He's got good burst. He's a really good pass catcher. He does a lot of look. It fills a need, and when you're the Super Bowl champs, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So round 1 is over. We'll be back. By the way, we will be back tomorrow night. It should be all 4 of us again.
Oh, really? Nice.
Right? You'll be here, right? Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. I did want to tell Seth one of my favorite comps is a corner this year, and it's because I'm probably one of the few people that would ever come with a comp like this. It was no, hold on.
I can't wait to hear
or,
this.
Or was it? He may
Is
have
it
been a
Jawan
safety.
Jones?
It was Keontae Scott, the nickel corner from Miami. I said he's either a twitchy version of Logan Ryan,
Oh, okay.
or, and this is one I was very proud of, very very Kyle Arrington, like.
Oh, yeah. Well, Arrington was a Seahawk before he was with us.
But I'm thinking Patriots Kyle Arrington, where he played more. He
played the outside.
He did, but you kicked him inside. Especially he was a match.
He was.
Bill didn't have inside outside corners. Bill had matchup corners. He didn't. If you were a Belichick scheme, you'd play in and out. It was I'm going to put.
There are some exceptions to that. Ty Law was a big one. And then the
Gilmore
other
never
big-
played in the interior.
No,
slot.
Gilmore never played in the slot, and the other one was J.C. Jackson. That
Yeah.
man was not shifty. But let me tell you, that ball was in the air. He high pointed that.
Yeah.
I loved him. He was probably my favorite Pats corner
Okay.
outside of Gilmore.
So 2 first-round grades for me still available. Jermod McCoy, I was kind of expected though, and Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Next best, here's just going to give you kind of 5 or 6 names here. D'Angelo Pons, the corner from Indiana, who's literally just Marcus Jones happening again. Cassius Howell, Avion Terrell, R. Mason Thomas, Colton Hood, Jacob Rodriguez, Christian Miller, Denzel Boston Stayed. There's a lot of good names tomorrow available. We're going to hopefully get to see Keith go tomorrow. It'd be really cool. Is there any more thought? By the way, so let's recap the Patriots pick. Caleb Lomu. How you feel? Fine? Cool?
I'm a little confused, a little, but not a whole lot. I did say early that was possible that we trade up for a tackle, specifically because of the fear of, is Campbell really the guy?
Right.
You got an old tackle in
And Morgan Moses.
Thank you. And then, but on the other side of that, we need, we got Roberts Blaine, but we cut Tavai.
That's it?
And we don't really, for what? Us?
You gave up 125. That's it.
Oh, that's great. That's great value.
You
Wow.
gave up 1 4th-round pick to move up 3 spots.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's one of the better deals. So it's one of those things where we need an off-ball linebacker outside of Roberts Blaine. You don't really have an edge. You have a Harold Landry who's like 33. You don't really got an edge rusher. But at the same time, I really like the idea of if you believe this is the tackle and that this is the guy, go get him.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Yeah.
You can never have too many offensive tackle prospects because let me tell you what, if Campbell sucks, I don't care. Bench his ass. I want to win.
Yeah.
I want to win. And Campbell's a good guy.
Yep.
He's great, and hopefully he has a spot somewhere with us. But if you're bad, you're bad, and this is the NFL, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Real quickly, a new report on the Cowboys and Malachi Lawrence. Cowboys did try to trade back again from 23. but they were not able to find a partner. And San Francisco was wanting Lawrence at 27, so the Cowboys pulled the trigger at 23.
That makes sense. Look, I'm a big fan of what Dallas did today. I'm going to give it an A.
A.
I mean, you get my best player in the draft. The fact that my team had a chance at the best player in the draft is really special. We've never even come close to, anywhere. So to get that is the dream scenario happened.
Is
for
listed
us.
the dream scenario.
I cannot. If you told me 4 hours ago
Yeah.
how I mean,
I remember driving back from Hatchie today, coming up here, just like, man, could it really happen? Like,
we
but
really
I'm like,
get
but
down?
I'm like,
We
no,
have to
I
trade
can't. I
up
can't
and-
think about it because then when he gets taken by the Giants at 5, I'm gonna want to throw my pen.
yeah. And then I was driving up here and I was listening to the fan on the way here because they were just talking, obviously,
Yeah.
and they were like, they were saying DraftKings Downs was the betting favorite for the Cowboys. I was like,
Yeah,
I was
I
just
saw
thinking
that.
to myself, like, how are we favored to get him at
The
12?
NFL just does not value that position.
It's insane.
And the fact that he fell is insane.
Yeah.
Malachi Lawrence was somebody that I think that at 32nd on my board, we get him at 23. You got 2 bonus 4th round picks now. You're gonna have 3 picks in that round.
You actually improved
and
in value.
and you
think
could
about it,
potentially, let's say in the 3rd round, you're like, hey, we want to move back into the 3rd round for a guy. You
got
just
plenty
move.
of
You can
money.
move 2 of those picks for that or whatever. Like you move. I mean, you have ammunition. You can move back from one of those picks and pick up an extra 6th or 7th. Like it's. The Cowboys have a lot of options. Unfortunately, day 3 we're not going to go live, so we won't get to talk about it. So we'll probably only have one more Cowboys pick to talk about. Totally fine with that though, because of who we got.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Give me a linebacker, Allen, Hill,
Yeah,
Rodriguez.
I'm thinking.
Rodriguez,
I've Elarms Orr from TCU would be on my list there. Kyle Lewis from Pitt would be. He's kind of more of the safety, but they moved him. Jayshawn Barham would be fun too. Barham played off-ball linebacker, and then Wink Martindale moved him to edge, and he did. So he has no idea what the hell he has no idea what he's doing. But it was, hey Jayshawn, go be an athlete. Go be an athlete. So it's funny how many times you see that in college. You're like, they're just telling him go be an athlete.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts before we sign off? And
I'm so happy.
yeah,
if I have to give my pick a rating, it's probably B.
yeah, B.
I think B.
B
You're
is
fine with
a,
that.
I'm okay with
Lomu.
that.
It's just he's not my type of guy. He might fit what. Look, if Vrabel kind of that tough as nails coach, maybe he develops.
And not just that, but we did not have a run game last year inside the tackles.
Yeah.
We struggled with that.
And
You
he
need
can
big,
and he
moving-
works second level very
Yeah.
easily, and so he's gonna be able to open up lanes.
Yep.
We will be live tomorrow. Draft starts at 6, so probably expect us to be on around 5:45, I would say, but we might be on a little bit more closer to probably more like 5:55. And the reason that time is we don't want to sit here for 15 minutes just talking, and it's fun. I love it. It's great, but I remember when one year we started like 20 minutes before,
Yeah.
and about 10 minutes in, we're both kind of like we were all like, can we just start the draft? Like I'm done talking about it. Let's go. So don't want to start it as close to as we did today, but
Yeah.
we're gonna be on. So hopefully you guys tune in tomorrow. And let me get to the thing. That'd be crazy if I didn't sign off.
I hope you all have a great and
Yeah.
juicy